Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean...
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
It's over?
It's over 8,000!
What? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been trying to fuck a Pokemon all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times of Penny. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Prodigy, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out there with that day shit on my left. Skit.
Part of the 80% that honors their bets.
Oh! On my far right, engineering on the 1 for 2, stroke living on the 3 supports Chronos. Dracarys. In the middle, we got the oldest ninja in the world, Old Ninja.
Ladies, when I come at you with my Burn Man rub and I'm hollering at you, just remember Ayesha Curry said it's okay.
Oh, last but not least, we got your boy Blue.
Nothing hurts more than coming home to your spouse, binge watching a show you're supposed to be watching together.
Damn.
That is betrayal.
That is very much betrayal. Yeah. I think in our vows it said that in there, like you wouldn't watch Netflix without your spouse.
Damn, now I'm curious, which one was it?
Dead to Me.
Oh, she watched it all without? Oh.
Well, no, she was like halfway into like the next episode when I came home. I was like, what the fuck?
It's a good. We'll talk about it later, but it's a good ass show. I'm glad some of you guys watched it. You're the one. Did you watch it, Stitch?
For which one?
Dead to Me.
Yeah, I'm on episode 5.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's only 10 episodes, so you're like halfway there.
Yeah.
All right. We'll talk about it in a minute.
Okay.
All right. First in the chat would be 5150 CRX, my boy Aiden. He's also the listener of the week.
Damn, hold it down.
Thank you. We appreciate it. And the second listener of the week would be Golden Wolf XBL.
Sounds new.
Yeah. Appreciate it. I think it's on the Xbox though. Just saying.
Wait, it says Xbox on it?
Well, that's what XBL is, Xbox Live.
Oh wow, okay.
Come on, old person. What the fuck's wrong with you?
It's been years since I played Xbox.
He's one of the 3 people I play. I'm just kidding. Damn. Keep listening to the podcast. We're just fucking with you. I got an Xbox as well.
All right, Old Ninja. What you got?
Man, I'm gonna be pouring out some slits.
That's a lot of unknown people.
Damn, it is a lot.
I didn't even update most of these. I only put
2 of them there.
That's fine. We'll run through them real quick.
I know exactly one of these people, I think.
So the first one we're gonna do is Isaac Cappy. He was in Thor. He's in
MCU Thor?
Yes,
Yeah.
MCU Thor. He was in Terminator Salvation. He was in Breaking Bad. He committed suicide 2 days ago. He jumped off the Transwestern Road Bridge in Belmont, Arizona. He's actually quite surrounded in a lot of controversy because apparently he allegedly attacked Paris Jackson to where she had to get 24-hour security because she feared for her life. She actually moved out of state because of him.
So he's probably a piece of shit?
I don't know. I mean,
to your knowledge, was he dating her or something?
Oh no, this guy's like old.
He was old. He's 42.
Maybe he thought he was dating her. 42 ain't that fucking old.
Well, compared to Paris
Jackson, she's like in her 20s, right?
Yeah, she's like 19
20,
or something.
She's like 22, 23 or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he also had some static with Seth Green. And
he looks older than he is, though.
And Spielberg. Yeah.
He's coming at everybody.
Yeah, he was.
What's his name? Isaac Cappy, you said?
Yeah, Isaac Cappy. He came at them saying that over some sexual abuse allegations.
Yeah, and I think...
Damn.
Yeah, so, I mean, he's an actor. He had some troubling. He posted some cryptic...
Oh, he fucking looks creepy. I'm sorry.
Damn.
He posted some cryptic tweets on Twitter about, people seeing the light, and he finally found the light. He was sorry about certain things that happened in his life, and then immediately jumped off the bridge.
You know what? He guilty of something. I'm looking at this fool. Yeah, I don't trust them eyes. Yeah.
Well, I know there's like 2 teenagers that found him, was trying to stop him from jumping, but they weren't successful.
So after he jumped, he got hit by a truck.
Yeah. So with all that going on, I'm not gonna do no R.I.P. He just gone.
Yeah. The next we have Tim Conway, famous for a bunch of westerns. He died at the age of 85.
He's also the voice of
SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah. No, he's the voice of Barnacle Boy.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. So he went from work like the Carol Burnett show, iconic show, to doing Barnacle Boy and SpongeBob. So he's got some geek history. But he was 85. R.I.P. to him. We also have Alvin Sargent, who is basically the writer of a lot of y'all's childhood. He's a screenwriter. He's written 2 Academy Award-winning films, but he also wrote the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. He also wrote The Amazing Spider-Man.
You could have left out Spider-Man 3, I'm just saying. We're trying to honor these people.
Well, on Spider-Man 3, he gets writing credit with Sam Raimi and his brother Ivan Raimi.
That's not helping his case.
Yeah. I mean, he doesn't get full blame.
He gets 1/3 of it.
Yeah, so he was 92 when he passed.
Damn.
So next,
He was old when he wrote them Spidey movies.
He was, but I mean, he still wrote.
Yeah, right. Damn.
He still wrote people's childhood. To them, that was those Spider-Man movies were theirs. You know. Next, we have Peggy Lipton.
Who's that?
She was originally in the original Mob Squad. She's also a Golden Globe Award-winning actress. She won for Mob Squad also. She's also a singer. And on the set of Mob Squad, she met a producer named Quincy Jones, and they had one of their children is named Rashida Jones. So Rashida,
that's her mama.
Rashida Jones' mother. She passed away at the age of 72.
Good shit.
There you go. They have 2 daughters. There's Rashida and Khadija.
But Rashida's the famous one.
Yes, but yeah, so R.I.P. to Rashida Jones and Quincy Jones' former wife.
Good shit.
And then, last but not least, we have Doris Day. Most people probably know the name Doris Day. She's a famous singer, actress, Academy Award-winning actress. She's in mostly a lot of classic movies like Pillow Talk, Alfred Hitchcock's The Man Who Knew Too Much. She's the original Calamity Jane. She starred in movies with Clark Gable, Cary Grant, Frank Sinatra, Jack Lemmon, Kirk Douglas, Lauren Bacall. She lived to be 97.
God, that's a long life, though.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to her.
Yeah, a lot of these people today, well, on the RIP list, lasted a pretty long time.
And you
Except for that one dude.
yeah, you added one? Or?
Well, no, I added 2, but he already went over them.
Yeah, I went over all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
R.I.P. to them.
Shit. Here we go. All right. Where you want to go?
We start with what's not on the list.
What?
Some shit that just went down in the South.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
happened
the
in the
abortion
South?
thing?
Yeah, so Alabama's Senate just passed the most restrictive abortion laws in the union. So basically, you cannot get an abortion, for you will be charged with the felony, unless you can only have an abortion unless it endangers the health of the mother. Otherwise, you are fucked.
God damn.
So you cannot have an abortion. You will be charged with a felony.
I'm assuming this is being challenged, though.
well,
Not
this is
yet.
going to. And to make it even worse, if you're a doctor that basically aids in the abortion, you get 99 years in prison. And if you leave the state to get an abortion and come back, you get thrown in jail as well. So they make sure to cover all the fucking bullshit ass bases. And I guess some of the government, they try to put in some provisions in there that, hey, if you're raped or it's an incest, that those should be exemptions. And they said, no, it should not be.
I don't know.
Perfect for Alabama.
I don't know if any procedure you can have across state lines where your home state gets to punish you. That
Yeah.
is off the
That don't make any
fucking
fucking sense.
hook.
Yeah.
What if a woman has like a miscarriage? That's kind of a
No,
kind of
that's
a natural
That's not the
abortion.
same, because an abortion is an intervention versus a miscarriage is where your body rejects it.
I don't know.
Hardcore.
I can't believe this shit is happening in this day and age. I mean,
Yeah.
this is
Backwater
2019.
shit.
We're going back in time on some shit. It's like, listen, if you don't want to have an abortion, that's fine. Like, don't get an abortion. But to force somebody to carry a child to term when they're not able to financially or something like that, people just throw that shit out the window. Like, oh, they just didn't want to have a baby. It's like, if you're not able to have financial means, or if you happen to have some sort of medical condition or something like that, and you're being forced to carry a child to term, that's really fucked up. And people just kind of throw that kind of shit out the window, and they wonder why you have places that have like high poverty rates, and you have homes that don't have fathers and shit like that, and broken families, because these people, it's going to get even worse because they're being forced to have these kids, and they know they can't really have them. And just say, oh, don't have sex. Well, I guess, well, boy, if they get raped or it's incest, that's again.
Or even if a condom
fucked
breaks.
up. Yeah, there's the mistakes happen.
Yeah.
But the other thing is, you're gonna have 0 OBGYNs in your fucking state.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna tell you that right now. Doctors are obviously highly skilled individuals who can take their profession anywhere they fucking want and make plenty of money.
Yeah.
Of overwhelming majority of them in that state for this specialty. And I haven't said this on the cast, but I do work in the healthcare industry. They're gonna fucking leave. They're just gonna leave the fucking state. Almost all of them.
Yeah.
Even the ones who don't do it, some of them are going to leave just in protest and be like, I could be doing just fine in Montana or California or New York.
Yeah.
They're going to leave.
You know what's crazy to me? I heard some arguments recently, like these new arguments. These people saying that science supports me in saying that life begins at conception. No, it fucking doesn't. It begins at a fucking zygote, maybe. Like literally, the first thing that develops as a human being is you start off as literally an anus.
Yeah.
And so, like, to sit there and say that an anus is a human, I guess, are you saying that all assholes are humans? I mean, I don't even understand what the fuck. They don't understand how fucking science works. You know, like, at some point, you're right. It does become a human, but at a certain stage, it's potential to become a human. But to me, like, listen, if it can't survive outside the womb, it's not a complete human yet. So
this is sad.
I mean, you can make a kid in a petri dish pretty much nowadays, but
not quite. I mean,
you got to move it to an incubator at one point. But
he needs all kinds of shit. Like,
yeah,
you can't
I realize that, but still,
you can't just put it out and be like, it's growing its own.
Yeah, you can't grow it. You can start in the petri dish, but you gotta. It has to go through stages to move to other levels.
Yeah, which includes nutrition and all kinds of shit that a woman provides.
But there's the one thing that I think a lot of people are not talking about, which I have seen in the past, is patients with mental health issues. So there are, I didn't know this, but if there's a patient like the mother or even the father, if they're diagnosed with schizophrenia, they have to ask their doctor if they can conceive. And the doctor has to okay it. And there was a case in Texas where the doctor said it was okay because he thought that the woman was far enough, was like able to function with the kid. So she carried the kid, had the kid, and very early on, she had some kind of episode and literally cut off the limbs of the baby.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And just to clarify, you're talking about someone who's not only suffering from that condition, but obviously hospitalized for it. Like, she's not at home.
No, she had a husband and they had a home. I don't believe she was hospitalized.
Okay. Right.
But she was under like a regimen. Like, she had to have visits weekly. She had to check in, and she had to have like a couple other constituents. But she had a job and whatnot. But the doctor said she was okay enough to have a child, but he had cautioned her about a few things, and one day she had some kind of episode and chopped up the kid.
Damn.
You know what's crazy? Like, did they say how much? Like, you said if a doctor commits, or if the doctor performs an abortion, they get like 99 years in jail.
99 years, yeah.
Like, I wonder what they're like. How many years you get if you like murdered somebody?
Not that
many.
So it's like let the baby born, then kill it then.
I mean,
or something like that was the darkest question.
Stitch can answer this better than I can, but I mean, depending on the way you murder somebody, you can get less than 20 years.
Yeah, so it depends on the case. If it's like first degree murder, depending on whatever state that you're in.
Yeah.
And I guess the circumstances around it, you can get like 25 to life, or you can get as little as like 5 years, depending on if it's. But I mean, just random ass circumstances. If you get like just a judge that's just like, oh, whatever. No, I mean it's not. I mean, I like to.
In the news.
Yeah, you see it in the news all the time.
Yeah, I frequently shit on the South. But I mean,
if
it happens.
You're in Florida, you can shoot niggas up and walk free the next day.
It's really, and it would be a really good episode, this one, to have like a female point of view to speak on it and everything like that.
K-Mac?
Because I mean, I always feel a little bit uncomfortable talking about like women's bodies and where the legal system and stuff should come in.
Yeah.
But I've always had the mindset of it's their body. I would be damned and pissed off if someone should tell me like what I can do or what I'm allowed to do.
No more masturbating.
I'm not going to say it's the same thing. But I mean, it's
so fit.
It's their body. They're more than just like a womb or whatever. They have feelings.
Not an incubator.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they know what goes on with their body emotionally and stuff. I mean, I'm sort of speaking out of pocket because I've never had a kid or will give birth to a kid, but
you got a valid opinion.
I understand that women are very in tune with their bodies and they know mentally what they can handle, physically what they might be going through, and they might not be able to go through with having a healthy childbirth and everything for a list of circumstances, and even after the actual birth, if they can provide a child with the nurturing environment that one needs. So I think it's very intrusive for these states to just jump on and all of a sudden make like some fucking medieval kind of rule to punish people and everyone involved with it. I don't expect it to hold up, and I'm sure it'll get pushed federally, but that kind of, I mean, they're not going to overturn Roe versus Wade.
That's the thing that they're trying to do. That's the reason why all these Republican-run states are trying to do it all at the same time, so they can push it all to the Supreme Court. I'm like, that's really fucked up. And another thing that these people kind of leave out as well is that if a woman happens to have a medical condition that isn't life-threatening at the time, but is not conducive to having a child, that hits home for me because K-Mac, she has a heart condition, and like for her to carry a child is like super high risk to her. I mean, she might not definitely die, but it's pretty fucking high chance. And to leave that in the hands of some fucking dumbass that doesn't understand how basic biology works is negligent at best. I mean, it's
like what if an older lady gets pregnant, like a grandma in like her 80s, she somehow magically gets pregnant, like
just wait until it's life-threatening.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Like, dude, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean,
should be after menopause with that scenario, but I hear it.
Yeah. But I guess we should note that the Republicans that voted for this bill to pass were mostly men.
Yeah.
It was all men.
Yeah, I mean, I think there
was really all.
Yeah, it was mostly.
Yeah.
There were none. Okay.
There was so the ones
the
that
women voted no.
Yeah,
okay.
There was like, I think maybe one woman voted
No,
gay.
the governor is a woman. She's Republican, and she wrote it into law. And I'm just wow.
But the people that voted were mostly men. There was a couple that abstained. It was all men.
All men that voted yes.
And then the ones that voted nay were all women. And then like 2 guys. And then there was a few that voted they abstained.
It's ridiculous.
So I was like, what? And there was a few that were not present.
Wow.
So
this is going to be an ongoing issue for quite a while, and I think it is going to go to the Supreme Court again.
Yeah, it's
and
have to.
we know our chief leader, Supreme, is going to comment on this any day now.
He might.
I think this is why Ruth Bader Ginsburg is staying alive, basically, to stop shit like this until there's a Democratic president again, which I don't know when that's going to happen. And that's a fucking shame that somebody like that, she needs, I mean, most of the people are in their retirement age anyway, but her for sure, she needs to like retire.
Well, she's frail of body.
Yeah.
I won't say anything about her mind. I haven't heard anything about her mind being, not being as sharp or anything, but she's had a serious health condition. She's had cancer multiple times.
Yeah.
So, ugh.
But it's a shame that, I think it shouldn't even really be a fucking choice. If we have this stupid ass 2-party system, then it needs to be like an even number of Democrats and Republicans that are there. Or more reasonably, it should be 2 of each, I guess, party. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it's 9, so you got a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
The 5th,
but yeah.
It seems like, I mean, not to get overly political, but I guess it was 2 Supreme Court justices ago when it was under Obama's term, when the one, did he resign or was that the Scalia when he passed away? I forget which one.
Scalia passed, I believe.
Scalia passed, but I thought there was another one. But they were like, nope, Obama, you can't choose because you're coming up for re-election. So they completely fucking threw sand in that whole engine and waited until Trump got in, and Trump, I guess, picked the last one or whatever.
But to be fair, though, that would have thrown, you got to be fair, if he would have picked a Democratic guy to replace a Republican guy, it would have thrown it off as well. So,
well, it can't be.
That's why this is dumb.
But it can't be equal though. Like, with 9, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's never going to be do 4.5.
Yeah.
I mean, one way or another, it's going to tilt, and the election obviously should decide it.
But I certainly hope they don't repeal Roe versus Wade, because that's some serious bullshit.
I'm gonna tell you this. It's real ugly when you hear those horror stories, and literally they are horror stories about back alley,
people gonna go like
coat hanger,
shit,
and then doctors like secretly doing stuff, in a nasty ass unhygienic bathroom or something. You know what I mean? Like, it's third world bullshit, and dangerous for everybody.
And this should not even be It shouldn't. In 2019, this should not even be a fucking conversation. Like, we have way worse things happening in our country right now. For them to bring up this old fucking can we have an abortion or not bullshit from, like, what was it, like the 50s or some shit that we decided on this?
70s for
the 70s. Yeah, this is a while ago, and we decided, you know, that this is the way it's going to be, and it's. If you don't want to get it done, then don't get it done. It's as easy as that. I don't force my beliefs on anybody else. You know, so don't force your stupid ass beliefs on me, or you know, women, not me. Obviously, I'm not gonna get a fucking abortion, but I'm not gonna force it on anybody.
Yeah. Ugh. All fucking bad. All fucking bad.
Should we continue with the South?
Yeah. What else you got in the South?
So apparently Georgia, I don't know if it's the state or a county, because I'm just barely learning about it.
It's the whole state.
Just learning about Georgia.
Wait, jumping back real quick. So I'm reading an article on Washington Post, and right now it says that somebody asked a question, but if a woman had a miscarriage, she could be pulled into investigation to look forward into the forms of legally abortion. So if a woman had a miscarriage, they'll investigate to see if she got if she had a miscarriage, they'll investigate to see if she actually got an abortion.
That is fucking.
Which could land them in fucking trouble.
Far.
Yeah, it's fucking wasting resources.
I thought the statistic, and don't quote me, but I thought it was like 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 women have had either a miscarriage or an abortion. Obviously, they're different things, but it's pretty fucking common.
Yeah.
For
my ex had a miscarriage, and like just the whole drama of having to go through that shit. Like, you have to sit there and prove that this was a miscarriage when you didn't go get a fucking abortion.
And you did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
how about that?
Wrong. Yeah, your body is going through changes and shit.
Well, because you have dumbasses that are in Congress and in positions of power that'll say, "Oh, a woman's body will just shut it down."
Yep.
Like, no, that's not how the fucking body works. Like, literally. Our bodies are designed to do certain things, and like for a dude, it's bust nuts and fucking have a bunch of babies.
Yep.
And for women, it's they're constantly in the position to have babies, except for like a couple of days out of the month. Other than that, they're pretty fucking fertile.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just shut anything down until you go through menopause. This shit ain't shut down.
But see, I think we all kind of had pretty decent sex education, even as kids. And from what I've heard, a lot of these states have shitty sex education because of political shit too.
Because
they have any.
Well, they try to do the what do they call it? The celibacy thing.
Abstinence.
Yeah, abstinence. I'm just like, that's not sex education.
No.
Yeah.
Then you got teenagers doing ass fucking and sucking people off.
People fucking each other in the ear or some shit.
It's like, come on now.
It's like you have literally a button on your body. It's like a big red button that says "Do not press."
Yeah.
And that's what you tell them. Don't press the button.
Yeah.
What does it do?
And we're of a certain age now. It's hard to kind of remember just how fucking horny you were at age 14, 13, 15, 16. But like, you have more hormones going on and just overall horniness than probably any time in your life. I'm not a doctor. I'm not claiming to be.
I'm 39.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty fucking horny.
Not saying you stop, but at that age, come on now.
Yeah.
This was for us like pre-real internet going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was like
descrambled porn.
I was gonna say. It was busting a nut.
Fucking looking everywhere for
like
titties.
You don't even need it to be like unscrambled. You just need to see like just one shot of like a tit or like
good
a
vision that way.
Yeah.
Victoria's
Tilt your head
Secret
a little bit.
catalog, Sports Illustrated swimsuit.
Your uncle's stash.
Yeah. Anything just to bust some kind of nut.
I remember when we found.
All right.
Yeah. We call him Ryan. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. He's don't listen to this. We found his parents' porn stash. Have I talked about this before on the podcast?
Was it porn mags or porn?
No. This is a hilarious story.
Yeah.
So my friend Ryan, he lived on Newark Lake, right? So obviously his parents had money, but his house was always a mess. Yet somehow it wasn't gross.
Yeah.
Okay.
They always had food.
Yeah, like a lot of fucking food.
Snacks all
They
over
had
the
like
place.
all of Costco in their house.
Yeah.
Like, all fucking time.
They had like a pathway for you to walk.
Yeah, but it somehow never felt gross in their house. Like it didn't feel like there was cockroaches or anything like that.
Okay.
Right? So we're doing something in like
Playing his parents' room.
Yeah, well, he was saying how his parents had porn, and his parents, first of all, they were they were old.
Yeah.
As far as like when we were growing up, they were like in their 60s or 70s.
That's old.
And that was back when we were like in high school. Yeah, we were in high school.
Yeah,
I knew
like
you.
16, 17.
Yeah, so we're looking for their porn, and was it you or was it
No,
Lee?
it's Lee.
Yeah.
Found the boot?
Yeah, he reached into this fucking cowboy boot and pulled out this huge dildo. I was like, oh my god.
What color was it?
He was pink.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, that was the first time I ever saw a dildo in my life. I was like, holy
like
shit.
me too.
That's some funny shit.
I'm like, oh. It's like old people still fuck.
Was it the wiggly kind or was it the stiff?
It was
Yeah.
wiggly.
Oh.
Did it like fit in Ryan's ear?
Battery operated.
No,
Nah,
Did
it
it
was just-
smell like
it was
ass?
not a vibrator. I wasn't smelling that shit.
Well, the other thing we found in the house too is that I guess his dad got a colon oxypy or whatever. It was.
Yeah.
Wait, and then he had the images, like the still frames, just chilling on the goddamn coffee table.
Wow, really?
What the fuck is this? Oh, that's my dad's ass. Like, what the fuck? Like,
What kind of family is this?
oh no.
I remember it was funny because like his sister, when we were in high school, she was like 40.
Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck?
Damn.
It was like super weird.
So I hate to say it like this, but he probably could have been like a late kind of quote unquote accident. You know what I mean for his parents in
What?
terms of
His
they
brother-
were above age.
His
or-
older brother's only 2 years older than him.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or
then
three,
maybe
2 or
both of
3,
them.
yeah.
But they were cool. It's like his parents are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
His family was cool as fuck.
I used to go over there and study a lot.
God damn. Okay, we've gone all over. Any other Southern stories?
No, it was the big two. Oh, wait.
I'm not
You
going to
finish
stop
yours,
anymore.
sorry.
No, I didn't finish the Georgia one. So
Yeah,
apparently,
what's the Georgia
state of Georgia banned recess in elementary schools throughout the state.
Yeah, so well, apparently, so the bill was that it was a bill to basically standardize recess throughout all of Georgia, and the governor said no. And I don't really understand the reason why you wouldn't want to standardize recess for kids to go outside and play.
Standardized meaning like a set amount of time for the kids?
Yes, to go outside and play, or play preferably outside.
Yeah.
For a certain amount of time every day.
You know what recess is really for, though?
What's to give the fucking teachers a break?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. The teachers just need an actual break, like to eat their lunch. And
Well, I think like
smoke a cigarette.
I guess legally they have to take a break.
Of course,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't work 8 hours straight.
Yeah.
Especially dealing with some kids.
That is just fucking. So the South is just like, I think they're secretly building the Legion of Doom.
Yeah.
They're just like, how can we fuck with everybody's lives in the South? Maybe it'll propagate to everywhere else. You know.
Well, I know there's
Be
a.
anti-recess.
So these old fucks, man.
Well, I know that I was listening to another story where they were talking about there's a school somewhere. This is all fucked up, but like I guess if your kid owe money on for lunch, like if they like owe money for like back pay on their lunch things, that the school will kind of like stop feeding them hot lunches, but then give them like this
Peanut butter
like
sandwiches.
it's like a peanut. It's not peanut butter, but it's made from sunflower seeds.
The fuck?
It's like a sunflower seed peanut butter, basically, and it's just bread and that, and like an apple or something
You
like
gonna
that.
get clowned for days.
Well, just the fact that the school would do shit like that, like, you know, kids gotta fucking eat. I know they owe money and stuff like that, but like parents struggle and like it's hard for them to like make payments stuff like that. Like I don't know why they're not like have subsidized lunches.
Yeah, there are free lunches a lot of places, but
Yeah, you shouldn't shame kids.
Yeah, that's like fucked up.
It's when you're a kid, everything's already fucked up anyway.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want to shame? I find it weird that adults would want to shame children like that.
Yep.
Those are pieces. And if you think like that, you should be nowhere near children and like ever.
Yeah.
Especially not in fucking teaching them anything.
completely agree. I will say I'm okay with punishing bad kids, like the scared straight stuff and all that. Like if you're a shitty juvenile delinquent, absolutely on the shame. But if the kid did nothing wrong but be fucking poor,
Yeah.
what the fuck are you doing?
I love fucking. Well, I love fucking with. I used to be a DI for like fucked up kids in East LA. So I love shaming fucking badass kids. That was the best because they were pieces of shit. But if you just have a kid that's just poor, you know what I mean? It's just like, dude, it's not their fault that they're poor. I mean, come on, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking evil. Cruel and unusual, goddammit.
Fuck that.
Damn, we went.
So,
Look at all that
hold on,
shit.
Prodigy, can you tell us about a kid named Freddie and his collection of Spice VHS tapes?
Holy shit, who's in there? Is that fucking Gian?
Yeah.
Gotta be Gian, man. Fucking Freddie. God damn, that is his real name, so I won't use his last name. This motherfucker had all the porn from his dad. Holy fucking shit, man. And it was like the good kind of 80s fucking porn. Over at like sleepovers and shit while we're playing Ninja Turtles and all that fucking shit. It's like, hey, your dad got a VHR or VHS? Let's fucking, or VCR, goddamn. Let's fucking put that in there. Dude, watching fucking titties at 9 years old was the greatest thing ever, man. I thought I fucking died and went to heaven. Freddie was the coolest person on the fucking planet for a while with that shit. He got fucking caught though. Yeah, man. Some other parent found out. Some kid snitched. It was all bad. But Freddie was a legend for a good week.
Nice.
That was awesome.
I had this this dude. Well, this is like, so when I was in high school, obviously I figured out how to like hack shit, so I can get porn through the internet.
Oh,
like back when basically everything on the internet was like you either trade or pay for.
Paywall, yeah.
Right? But now there's no paywall's not doesn't really fucking exist. I mean, it's there, but not really.
You'll suck if you're paying for your
Yeah,
porn,
but there was this guy who he was the assistant manager at Tilt when I was working at Tilt.
Oh, shit, I remember.
And he gave me some tapes of La Blue Girl.
Oh,
that was like some of the first like hentai I ever saw. I was like, this is amazing. We used to watch it over at his house.
Yes.
Oh, dude, there was this spot in Campbell, California. They literally had everybody knew like the local like video spot where you could rent. It was like Blockbuster or whatnot. It was like a little knockoff, but they always had the adult section that had like the drapes and shit. This place, instead of doing that, they left the porn in the back, but they put literally uncensored hentai out in the front near anime. And I'm like, oh, what's this?
They didn't know.
They didn't know.
Yeah, no, they knew because it's written on the back like it says unrated or some shit.
There's a lot of anime that's unrated, especially back then, though.
Yeah, so I'm like, what's this Udo Suki Doji shit? What is this about? Legend of the Overfiend. And man, I've never been right since.
Changed your life.
Yeah,
Something that's not on the list.
It literally did.
Something that's not on the list is so Avengers Endgame. Tony did the snap, brought back half the population back.
Yeah.
But one thing he also brought back was hentai heaven. It's live and back, y'all.
It
and it's
Y'all
in
thought
full
it was
effect.
back like a month ago. Y'all got full. It is fully up and
It is
back.
up and
You know,
running.
the
I've been
servers,
like 2
servers
days.
almost shut down within the first hour or two.
Oh yeah, boy.
Like I couldn't get on there. I was panicking.
I just happened to be on Twitter and I came across their thing saying we were back up, servers were running. I'm like, no way. I looked up. I was like,
Oh,
Finally get to see how Fuzzy Lips 4 ends.
right.
Can't wait.
So you know what's crazy? Like, I don't know if I talked about like, the industry that I'm in, like, as my career, but I'm in the data storage industry.
Yeah.
And I don't know if y'all knew this, but like the vast majority of data storage goes towards porn.
Oh, hell yeah.
That should be very obvious to everybody. But
Multi-billion-dollar industry.
there's like a fucking glass ceiling. Like, I don't know how to fucking get into that shit. Like, I wish I could like work for like some kind of porn industry.
Yeah.
To like just do the data storage side.
Of course.
It probably pays well. I'd imagine it pays well.
Hell
Bruh,
yeah.
Must.
You know?
We know,
got
folks.
to.
You should have talked to Kavai and what's her name?
I
They
should've,
probably
yeah,
had.
yeah.
I bet
Ella
you they
Darling.
had their own servers or whatnot.
I can keep them up so you can stay up.
Yeah,
I like
I'm
it.
good with my designs and shit.
because I bet you they have some kind of deal for their own data storage, or they could own a data center. I doubt it.
They do. So I've seen
5-star.
they're usually in
star, there you go.
co-locations, and so I've seen like literally their cages. So they like literally put their shit, like all their racks behind cages.
Racks
like
on
when they're in
racks.
colos. So I'm like, okay, but who the fuck is running them? Like,
Yeah.
I just want to know how to get into that industry.
Yeah.
Dude,
So-
make that fucking happen.
Nobody, and everybody that I know that is in my industry, nobody has worked for the porn, like any porn site.
Damn.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Well, they
Maybe
just
they
don't
ain't talk.
talk.
Maybe it's
they
kind of
don't
a-
talk about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fight Club
'cause
thing?
Listen,
Nobody top about five.
you know who I work for, right?
Yeah.
So there were like I work for one of the largest data storage companies out there, one of the largest IT companies out there.
Yeah.
None of like my clients, not one of them are in the porn industry. Not one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's fucking impossible.
Something's
Because
going on.
we have like DOD, like the DOD and like other places, like they use like code names, but I don't know what the fuck they are. So I know like when I call them, like who the fuck they are.
Of course.
But I never had like one like secret porn thing. And I'm like, at this point, it should be impossible.
Maybe they have weird shell companies like.
Oh,
Maybe.
possibly.
Yeah. No, that's
Well,
what I'm saying.
no,
No, the military does that too, but I know what they're named.
Okay.
So
See, it's probably the one about anyone that shows up as like cotton candy, or like maybe they're doing like I don't know Duck Dynasty shit. It's probably them.
well, no, we usually call them. They usually something like that will be called a dark site. But even the dark side ones, like the names are like very obvious names. Like, and I know exactly where the dark sites, but
Yeah.
there's nothing anywhere near like porn names are. Even
Well,
like
it's
shell stuff.
funny. I had two of my friends. They're actually some of my groomsmen. They used to work for a company, and they did the entertainment installation at hotels. You know how like when you go to a hotel, you turn on a remote and you can like get movies and stuff like that. We also can get like porn and stuff too. So they actually had a section of their office where they had all the porn collection, and there was only one person that had access to it, and it was a woman, and she would go in there and review the porn to see like what like genre it falls into, and then add it to their servers.
That's a great job.
Yeah, but it was just one woman. She was like an older lady too, which is like
Older women like porn too. You never know.
You know what's funny? Shit, we know someone that's in the porn industry and that works with tech, and that's Ella Darling.
Yeah.
So she may have a insight into that.
Should ask her.
Yeah, because she's worked with people that were doing startups. She helped someone start their business. She's worked with people, and she runs her own business now. She probably has a very, very in-depth insight on who has data storage.
Hit her
where.
up, man. Get in there. Are we gonna get on Thrones first?
Sure.
No, we can talk about something about Game of Thrones. We could talk about the Keeper of Oaths.
Oh, you mean the breaker of oaths?
Here we
Yeah, 'cause
go.
you didn't keep them fucking
breaker of
oaths.
oaths.
I'm
breaker.
just saying, you caused us a whole lot of fucking heat on Twitter.
Yes.
So if y'all were not familiar, listen, we talked about this a while ago. All right, so it was a while ago.
Yeah, months.
Okay.
No, I'm saying, I'm agreeing. I'm saying, yeah, it was months ago.
So apparently you lost a bet, and the bet was you were going to lose your avatar for at least a year, from what I understood.
Yep.
It was a Captain Marvel bet because you thought Captain Marvel wasn't going to do very well. It did better than you expected.
True.
And you lost a bet, and it was supposed to be for at least a year, and your avatar is already not Captain Marvel.
Twice.
Yes.
Then twice. So if you really wanted to break it down, when you look at the Fallout bet, someone said, actually your opponent said avatars for life, and then they backed it up because everyone said that's not fair enough, and he was like, fuck it. But he relented and said, okay, we'll make this. And Cronus was saying, fuck it, you should have it for life anyway. Just put that out there, make them stakes that high, but you got lucky to be 365.
And it ain't fucking happening. MTF was the one who I had the bet with on Twitter. And yes, I did lose that fucking bet, but I'm getting out on a technicality, goddammit.
there ain't no
I'm
fucking
technicality.
there's no
getting
fucking
out.
technicality.
Let me
You
tell
lost.
you. Here's what I did. Technicality.
Please explain.
Technicality. And I know it's cheap. I deactivated, reactivated, and got the old content back, but it's technically a new account. And I'm going with the new avatar.
No, that is not a new
that's not
account.
how it.
Get the fuck out of here. It's like saying you turn your car off, you turn it back on, it's a new car.
That's all right.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
I turned my car off. I turned it back on. I'm driving a Porsche now.
Yeah.
That is not technicality.
It works.
So I'll tell you
the
this:
same name.
if I can respond to you directly at Cthulhu's Prodigy.
Yes.
Once you deactivate it and reactivate it and it's still the same, that's the same account.
It's going to be good enough.
No, it ain't good enough at all.
not, 'cause
There's
you know
no.
I'm going to make a decision on this podcast right now. Until you change that shit back, you ain't doing the fucking intros no more, bro.
Yeah. Wait a minute, this bet had nothing to do with y'all. It had nothing to do with
it
y'all.
does.
We are a
No, no,
brand.
no.
We are a brand.
This was on my Twitter.
And you are you are right now. You are like Jared from Subway.
How dare you?
You know what? Wait, I got you right now. You have brought shame to yourself, and you have brought shame to your podcast family.
Fuck all those people.
Put it back.
No,
the fuck? It's
I
a
ain't
simple
doing it.
thing, man.
I ain't doing it. I did it. The theatrical run is over, and it's over. It's not even in theaters.
Then your
anymore.
intros
No,
are
the
over.
theatrical run
Don't
just don't
matter.
Your
matter.
intros are over, man.
You must honor your bet.
I ain't
That's
honoring
fucked up, man.
shit. Fuck MTF and fuck the folks online. Don't like it? Don't follow me then. I'm putting it as J. Jonah Jameson, and I don't give a fuck about that.
Your
bet.
word
have
means
made
absolute
yourself-
shit now. You
I
can't.
don't
Anything
care.
you say doesn't hold any weight at all.
You have made
forever.
You have made yourself dishonorable.
That's fine.
Why have you done this?
Why?
Why did you do this?
I ain't changing it back.
Why are you like this dishonorable man?
Yeah. Well, look. First of all, I never lied and told you that I was honorable on this shit. How about that? How about that shit?
I mean, those are facts. But
You know what I
however,
mean?
you made the bet.
I ran my mouth.
Now you must honor your shit.
Nah.
365, my
Nope.
dude.
Fuck it. I'm letting it roll.
Hashtag renigga.
Yeah.
Because you renege.
I did.
That is not cool, man.
That's not cool at all. You bring shame to us.
I ain't doing it. I cannot handle doing it for a single day longer. So no.
A fucking avatar? That's not a big deal.
Nope.
You lucky you didn't lose the
I
whole
wore a
account.
fucking dress.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it for one night.
Bikini. On a live stream.
It's immortalized on a fucking on the internet forever.
That was one night.
That's forever.
That's way worse. That is way worse.
I ain't doing this shit. I'm just not.
You have brought soul dishonor.
If you want to say I went back on it, I hear.
It's not want to say you did.
Well, I mean, you are saying it. I'm just saying, if you want to say that,
you did it.
If you want to say that I went back on it, I'm okay with that.
There was no. Someone said you found a loophole. That's not a loophole.
It's not a loophole.
It's
not a loophole.
Hey.
And no one said nothing about theatrical run. No one said DVD, Blu-ray release. None of that shit was mentioned.
It ain't even in
They
theaters
said,
anymore.
It still made its money. You ran your mouth. You lost. Honor your shit. Be an honorable BTI
I'm
member.
gonna be a villain. Fuck it. No.
You have brought shame to us.
That's some real bitch ass shit, probably.
Dude,
That's some real bitch ass
do
shit.
not be surprised at the Fanime panel that people bring lettuce and tomatoes to throw at
Bring your
ass.
rotten tomatoes. Bring your lettuce.
I'm calling out all hackers. If you can
Oh,
get Prodigy's fucking password, hack
don't want
his shit, and fucking change his avatar back.
Oh shit.
actually,
Encourage
you
it.
know what? Just fucking hack in, change his password, and lock him out.
God damn.
Yeah, lock him out. You know what? I'm calling everybody out. Report him to Zuck.
Zuck don't own Twitter.
Yeah, no, it don't matter.
Twitter.
Get Zuck on his ass.
If you do both of his Facebook accounts.
Yeah.
Oh man.
some of
Well,
y'all
no,
know
Zuck has been after me.
Yeah,
Zuck has been after me hard.
And because of you, he's after me.
Well, I know what I did on Twitter, but or on Facebook.
No, Facebook, I posted something that should not have got me banned. Not even close. And I got fucking zucked.
He's iffy with that shit though.
They are, and then I dispute and go, no, well, we have this sliding. No, fuck your sliding scope. There's a whole page called gotopless.org.
And
they're a whole movement.
And unzuckableanimetitties.com.
For now, but you gonna fuck that up too.
Yeah.
Dishonorable.
Villain.
Re-nigga.
Villain shit.
Goddamn.
Game of Thrones.
You have brought dishonor to our house.
You realize that you're fucking with all of us, right?
How so? How so?
Because they all listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
and
well,
you get some real grimy shit.
You're like Rob Stark right now, and this is about to be some red wedding shit.
Holy shit. It was just me and one other guy.
No,
Yes.
it wasn't.
It really was.
But
that was-
you're on this he would have never heard of you if not for this podcast.
Actually, he might not have heard of him if he didn't go on the Super Suit show and fucking talk shit, because he's a fan of them, but he knows of us now through that. But the dudes at Super Suit were roasting your ass for not being an honorable
Take the
man.
lumps, man. It's not. It's an easy lump. It's a fucking avatar on a Twitter page.
How are people supposed to take you seriously at Fanime on your panel if you know you're just full of shit?
Damn!
The Fanime panel is going to be fun.
No.
And the Fanime panel has nothing to do with comic book
your
movies.
Twitter page used to be fun. And then you fucked that up.
It's still going to be fun.
No,
it's still
it's
going
not
to be
because
great.
people know that you.
You are dishonorable.
It's going to be even better now.
People gonna know that you are hashtag dishonorable. Hashtag read nigga.
I'll live with that.
No, you won't. No, you won't. You have brought shame to your podcast family. There's no technicality.
No technicality.
That's called bullshit.
This is not the end of this conversation. We're gonna move the podcast forward, but what you did was fucked up. You are fucking us over by proxy.
I'm really not.
Yes, you really are.
How?
Because you saw all the fucking Twitter shit that you brought to our. We're tagged in all that shit. Our podcast is tagged in all that shit.
Yes.
All because of your fucking nonsense.
I didn't tag anybody.
No,
They're tagging
they're
us.
tagging
What
us.
the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, well, I mean, hey. So what?
I mean, people are boasting. They're asking us or telling us actions for us to do on you because of this.
God damn.
Like literally,
Is it that serious?
Yes, people want you nominated for a rotten eggplant.
Okay, that would be funny. I would like that. That would be
of
hilarious.
course, I mean, it would be rightfully deserved, but
A rotten eggplant would be hilarious.
Ronnie found your own goddamn show.
I know, right?
Fucking
You getting
ridiculous.
shamed.
Rod Neckblood would be fucking hilarious.
You like Negro Cerseiers up in here.
So, are you sure you're not going to change it back? I'm giving you an out right now.
I ain't changing it.
You
Nope.
need to be wise.
Nope.
So you remember that I unfriended him over some like basically bullshit, right? I'm gonna friend you in like a week, but it's all good.
You still haven't friended him back?
No, I was fucking serious.
Wow.
So make your next decision. Wisely.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing it.
Okay, good to
I ain't
go.
doing it. That's all there is to it. Game of Thrones.
You are a sore loser.
Oh, God.
I am.
Sore loser.
I am.
You talked shit for 2 fucking years.
It wasn't that long.
It was 2 fucking years. You were bitching about when she got casted.
Yeah, I saw
when
those
they got
dates.
Was it 2
filming.
years?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, there's internet proof on this.
2 years?
Yeah.
They filmed for 2 years. She got casted right after she won her award. Once she got casted, you was talking shit.
Did you hear that she wants to try to play Samus? Samus, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Is there a Sama's movie?
Well,
No.
The thing about Pink. So honestly, I don't have a problem with her playing it, but she's not tall enough. I think it should be Gwendolyn Christie. Should be.
That should be.
She's actually the right size.
They probably won't even do that. We probably will never see a Metroid movie. Ever.
Well, I
Is it
mean,
in talks?
we got a Sonic
she talks.
coming.
Yeah.
No, is it in talks? The Samus movie?
I have no, I haven't seen
It's just
shit
internet
about
shit.
that.
They need a modern movie.
That'd be cool. I mean, but
I think an anime would work.
is there already one? There might be,
Netflix.
there might be one already.
Like Castlevania.
It's probably not very good though.
Well, right now Metroid is irrelevant, right? Because it hasn't been out for so long. But when it does come out, even though it just got kind of shit canned and then a new studio picked it up, so it's going to be at least 5 fucking years. Well,
Damn.
at least 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
For the actual game to come out. But right now, there's no need for. It's like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Like, why is there a fucking Sonic the Hedgehog movie? Like back in the 90s, yeah. But today, not really. So
Yeah,
same deal with Metroid. Even though I love Metroid.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't talk until what? Other M?
But I mean, you could still make it interesting. I mean, like, we all knew she was a badass bounty hunter.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah, I could. If they do it right, it'd be like a Metroid prequel.
it could be a great movie.
You could do all kinds of stuff in that world.
I mean, there is, so for those of you who don't know, there's actually a Metroid short starring Jessica Chobot as Samus.
Oh, like some
and she doesn't say anything.
Like some IGN kind of.
No, it's another like group, and it's like a 10-minute movie, quote unquote, but it has really decent ass fucking graphics. She says maybe one word, but it's her like traveling to different planets, searching for the Big Mother or whatever the fuck. Mother, yeah, whatever. But she's like searching for it and going through clues. It's actually pretty interesting.
She put on a blonde wig, obviously, right? Or dye her hair.
It's like the way you see her is through like a view screen, but she's wearing the suit. It's still dope.
Good shit. Them Thrones?
Shame.
Speaking of shame. I don't want to talk to you anymore, bro. You can just fucking go now.
Oh boy.
Who wants to start it up?
So the battle for King's Landing
Yeah.
and everything.
This had the internet extremely upset.
That internet ridiculous, actually.
There's so many factions in terms of like where people are upset and pissed off. There's a lot of people pissed off with the show in general this season.
Oh, hold on. Spoiler alert. But it's just 48-hour rule. We're past that point.
Yeah, we always talk about it.
Hey, if you're getting to this point, we about to spoil the shit
Yeah.
out
Hey,
of this.
quick thing real quick. So the movie that Odin was talking about with Jessica Chobot is called Metroid The Sky Falls.
There you go. There you go.
The Sky Calls.
The Sky Calls, sorry.
How dare you.
Fuck, damn.
Yeah, you can watch it
Well, no,
on
because
YouTube.
I kept reading. It said the next part is like a rainfall, and I think my brain just put that shit
But
together.
then that shit wasn't James Bond. I'm just saying. It's not Skyfall.
007. All right, go ahead.
Them thrones.
So them thrones. So right off the bat, like I was saying, there's all kinds of people just pissed off. One with the show this season, how everything sort of feels rushed, and then what goes on in this episode, and how everything is sort of being tied up by the showrunners and everything. But just to recap what happened briefly.
Before we say that, I think there needs to be a kind of disclaimer out there. I think the vast majority of people that are saying the shit like that they already know that George R. Martin did not write this season. And the reason why is because the book isn't finished yet. But they've already, I think we went over this last week, but I'll say it again, is that this season of Game of Thrones and the book are going to be different.
Probably very, very much.
I don't think he's going to finish the book, but that's a whole different...
Well, I think he's going to die of mayonnaise, but...
Oh, damn. It's big old dude.
Just saying. I mean, he's a good writer, but, I mean, the guy needs to take care of himself.
Yeah. So we see one of the original OG characters get taken out, Viserys.
Yep.
Varys, yeah.
He's
you got to elaborate on why.
Pretty much, this is one of the sort of issues I have, but normally he sort of moves in shadows and whispers and kind of plants his seeds to try to get everything that he wants. Well,
Like fucking somebody?
Okay, so I'm glad you brought that up because I had a conversation with K-Mac, was saying like what he wanted, right?
Right.
But what he actually wanted wasn't for him, it was for the realm.
The realm.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people kind of forget that shit. Like everything that, a lot of people that didn't like Varys, like when they first met him, they didn't understand the character. And like once you understood that he was doing everything for the betterment of the realm, I think you'll appreciate his character more. Because I had to bring that up again with K-Mac, because she was like, I don't like this dude. I'm like, but he's probably like the most legit dude on this fucking show as far as just like wanting to help the people out.
Yeah, but he's always sneaky in terms of how he is. Yeah,
Because he had to be.
Yeah, moving like secret notes, sending ravens, having people pass messages, whispers, and everything.
Children. Little birds.
And for some reason, he just decides to walk up to Jon Snow and be like, hey,
Let me holler at you.
you need to be king because we don't like this chick. Oh, who, the queen? Yeah, she's got to go. You need to be the ruler and everything. Totally out of his normal character.
Hold on. Before you keep going, let's remember that most of the, I guess, quote-unquote bad people in Westeros are gone. The Boltons are gone. Freys are gone. The Winterfell, like cousins, what was it? The ones that helped Jon in the Battle of the Bastards, their whole hierarchy is gone because they were led by Littlefinger. This is literally down to Daenerys and Cersei. So him going down to Jon.
Well, and the North was there too. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, who's leading the North now?
Jon Snow?
He pledged to Daenerys.
But the North still went with him.
Yeah.
Still.
He wants
whoever was left.
He's saying the most rightful person on the throne, and he's got the proper lineage to it is Jon Snow, and that's what he's pushing for. Him and Tyrion are having a conversation, saying he would be a much better leader than her. She's kind of crazy. They always say they do a coin flip depending on if it's going to be a good Targaryen or bad Targaryen. But he just made a crazy out of character move by just sort of walking up to him and kind of just being like, hey, you need to be leader, and even though what I'm doing is kind of treasonous, I'm just going to have this conversation with you out on the beach in the middle of everybody or whatever and talk to you about it.
See, that's why I don't think it was out of character, because there's not that many people listening.
But he doesn't ever do anything like that. He doesn't confront people or commit treason in front of, like, he's never that blunt about shit or whatever.
Stakes were high though.
So
yeah,
this happens. It all blows up or he gets snitched on by Tyrion and gets reported back to the queen. The queen's already pissed off in her feelings about dragons. Jon Snow not fucking listening to him, listening to her, Missandei, it was actually her fault. And they decide to roast him. Viserys is planting his little seeds. I don't know if you guys caught that he's trying to actually poison her.
I didn't catch that.
I didn't catch that at all.
When the girl comes into the room and he's talking about like, oh, she won't eat. The guards are watching me and stuff. He's trying to poison her. That's his like he's talking about like how she won't eat, blah blah blah. And he's like, all right, yes.
I got that they were not letting information out. Not that they were trying to poison her, but I can see that from now that you bring that up.
Well, he tried to poison her back way back when back seasons ago and shit like that. Well, he's writing notes, trying to send all these ravens out, but send his email ravens out, and then the goon squad comes in and essentially leads him down to the cove, and he gets Dracarys and everything.
But you see that he's writing a note. Who's he writing to?
To me, he's just trying to get the word out to as many of the other lords and stuff, whether it's being out to Dorne and all these other people. That way, these other lords and these other people know, hey, she's not the real heir to the throne and everything.
But like I was pointing out earlier, one, there's not that many left. Like Dorne is one of the very, very few. There's the Marine where she came from.
Yeah,
and
all these other realms need to know.
There's the Iron Islands, but they pledged to her
because they don't know. They don't know that Jon's supposed to be the rightful heir.
Yeah, you send it to someone.
Yeah. So all that shit happens. After that, well, I don't know if it was after or beforehand, but essentially Daenerys gives Tyrion a warning. Hey, you keep fucking up.
That's after.
Yeah, and it's annoying because Tyrion has all of a sudden become the dumbest person on the fucking show.
And that is a legit complaint about this season, is that they somehow dumbed down Tyrion.
They've been dumbing him down for a couple seasons. Like it just seems like he's been
just this season. The previous seasons he's been doing all right. He's been trying to survive.
He's been making a lot of mistakes though.
Well, this season though, it's been like the most mistakes, like easily.
Like the last good move I remember him doing was when he freed the dragons from that fucking vault and everything. But it seems like, I mean, in terms of like his mistakes with, oh yeah, Cersei's sending the army's coming or whatever. Wrong.
That was this season.
Yeah.
I thought that was the last one when they arrived there.
Nope.
This season.
Okay, there was that. Okay, and then what was it that? Talk for a second. I gotta try to remember the other.
Moves that he's. Yeah, there's been a bunch of moves that, from what I remember, all the bad moves that he made were just from this season, and so like his previous, like, I guess, good moves was like when he got basically exiled after he shot his dad. Yep. He went to basically to go on Daenerys' side, which was a smart move, right? To get the Iron Throne back and seat her there, because she seemed like a compassionate leader. But then they got there, and that's when this season started, and that's where she started fucking up, and then he became retarded somehow,
reckless.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could argue most of those mistakes involve his family, because he usually, like when he talked to Cersei, because we still don't know what was said between him and Cersei. He don't give a shit about Cersei,
though.
Yeah, but he took the time to go talk to her last season and try to get her to pledge her army to fight the White Walkers.
Yeah, but so he's usually, I mean, he didn't seem like before the type to not put himself before others, and his self-preservation is pretty apparent. And almost, I mean, that's why he left after he killed his dad, right?
True.
With the help of Jaime.
So. And then Jaime's is obviously his weak spot.
Absolutely.
And we saw that. We saw him plead to Jaime,
which is fine, because Jaime got, he's in my mind, he's almost pretty much redeemed. So
wait, redeemed? He's a good wait.
Almost. I mean, he did a lot of stuff. He lost his hand. He got pretty much. He went through a lot of shit. He got humbled by what's her name, Brianna Tarth. He had to go through all that shit about getting tortured and shit.
He just fucked her as a virgin and left last week.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, I guess up until that point, he was on this road to redemption, unlike other characters in the show.
Yeah. I don't get his last minute turn. Like, it didn't really make sense to me.
He loves Cersei.
It seemed like he was supposed to be falling in love with Brienne.
That was just tall pussy, bro.
Yeah, I did not get the sense that he was falling. Like, he does have affection and care for Brienne, but Cersei is always his.
Like, literally 2 episodes before that, he had a conversation with Bronn, who was there to assassinate him on Cersei's fucking check or whatever. So I don't understand. It's just like, oh, I gotta be back with her or whatever. I got like that. It doesn't really.
That goes back to season 1, man.
What else has to do with his child?
Yep,
that's his kid.
Yeah.
So there's that. People kind of forget about that kind of shit.
But for 9 seasons or 8 seasons, it's always been him and her.
Always been Cersei.
They live in Alabama.
I always forget Blue doesn't watch this show for shit.
Yeah. So keeping it moving.
I get my Cliff Notes from the show.
Then he gets caught by
security check.
Yeah, he gets caught by security or whatever, trying to sneak back in King's Landing by Daenerys' army, and then they hold him hostage. And then Tyrion decides, I'm just gonna break him out again, even though I know I'm on my last strike or whatever.
Because the queen had already warned him, you fuck up again, that's your ass.
Yeah, but you got to remember from Tyrion's side, he's literally trying to save lives because there's like millions of lives in King's Landing, and Daenerys was already just like, fuck him.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
he's just trying to stop a war.
Yeah.
From killing civilians.
Or a massacre, really.
But to see, it seems like he knew it wasn't going to work because when he was saying goodbye to him, it seemed like he knew.
Oh,
he's like, well, maybe she'll whatever. And he's like, got tears in his eyes. He knows he's
I
just.
think you need to, but he's got to try.
Yeah.
For the people.
You don't try, you gotta. You miss 100% of the DMs you don't slide in.
I think it's because he wasn't fucking nobody. He should have been. They should give him at least one whore, one good whore.
He had one good whore, and his dad took it from him.
And Jon Snow pretty much is just like all cold shoulder to Daenerys before the battle.
I mean, yeah.
And I have a little bit of an issue where it's like we know that that's his aunt and everything.
And they do too.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah.
It would be nice if like it was addressed or something. Because
they addressed it.
They addressed it a few times.
Not on when
they did.
They talked about last episode.
Yeah, they really did.
Like we see that he's like timid. He's not like as romantically whatever into her, and she is like he doesn't be like, hey, you're my aunt. All he keeps saying is, you're my queen. You're my queen. You're my queen.
No. They talk about how they even said the guy's name, like who his dad was, and it was.
Yeah, like we know that they know that the family ties thing, but in terms of like them being,
when he talks to her, he says that my dad was your brother,
such, yeah.
basically.
And then on top of that, she tells him, she basically tries to come up with a way that the information doesn't get out and that they can still be together.
Yep.
And she can be queen as long as he keeps his mouth shut.
So does he love her or no? From your opinion?
No. I think he does. But I think he does, but not the way.
I think because we aren't sure, that's part on the show for explaining
I think that he loves her not in like the kind of way that where he's gonna fuck her again.
Yeah.
That was crystal clear from that kissing scene.
He loves her as a queen and as a leader, but not as like, hey, we're getting together and fucking.
I think he does love her, but he's trying to quell his romantic feelings for her.
I don't even know why he would love her though. Like,
because they didn't know about the information beforehand. Now that he knows, this has been talked about on the show. This is talked about between Tyrion and Varys, that Jon was raised as a Stark, where the Starks do not fuck each other, and she was a Targaryen with her brother before he fucking got melted. They knew that their family was fucking, and it was okay.
What I'm saying is I don't see the chemistry between those two even beforehand. Like they fucked in a ship, and that was like the only
They fucked in a ship. They fucked around dragons.
Yeah,
they fucked twice. So okay. So I mean,
well, hold on. It was assumed like when you first saw them on screen fucking the first time that they had a relationship like going up into that. It was very apparent.
Yeah, I mean when they first met, they basically start flirting.
I believe he loved Ygritte more, and that was played out much better in the show, showing that you could actually. Since obviously they're together in real life, but
I disagree.
And she's definitely dead now, right?
Yeah.
But it just seemed like the chemistry and the storytelling behind that seemed more evolved and more organic than this whole like, I need her dragons. Let's fuck.
So I disagree. I understand where you're coming from, but I think that it was in between seasons where they had a relationship. Because you're right. The previous season, season 7. They didn't tie together very well that they had a relationship between season 7 and season 8. But you could tell, like when they first started, like when they first got on the dragons, went out and flew somewhere, and they started fucking in front of the dragon. They were familiar. They were definitely familiar.
And I felt
that was not
season,
their first time fucking.
They were. They fucked on the ship. The season finale of last season is they were fucking with Tyrion outside. Listening.
Yeah. So it wasn't like they stopped fucking.
And they were joking around. She's like playing with his chest, and they were flirting way before that.
And this season.
And this season, they're just more open about it. And then when he finds out, Jon began to regress.
But moving forward though, I mean,
so we'll get to the battle or whatever. Tyrion with his fucking whatever plan of we'll ring the bells and blah blah blah, and that'll be their chance to surrender and everything. And says this to Daenerys, and Grey Worm's there, and it looks like Daenerys is like, okay, yeah.
I disagree.
Now it's sort of up for interpretation.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Yeah.
So when Jon is like, or Tyrion is like, when the bells ring, give them a chance to surrender. I didn't hear Danny say, "Of course, yeah, that's the plan. I'm doing it."
She said nothing.
She gave a nod to like a.
I don't think she nodded at all.
No, she nodded to Grey Worm.
And Grey Worm knows that it's time for fucking flame.
The reason, when she nodded to Grey Worm, I thought that she meant we're burning these motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because of what Missandei said.
Yep.
Missandei, that's what you say, right?
Yeah, sure. But I mean, there's been a lot.
She said fucking fire.
And everybody last week, especially, this is my problem with people who have an issue with this current episode, was like, yeah, she said Dracarys at the end, and that was her final wish.
Dracarys, goddammit.
Dracarys. That's awesome. I'm glad she said that.
Yeah, burn.
And then,
I want Cersei to burn. Daenerys should do this. Go, Daddy, burn the city, burn it down.
Best female friend for certain. One of her best friends on the show, period.
Oh, that's her best friend, probably absolute.
That she abandoned.
I mean,
But she abandoned her.
Yeah, I mean,
she didn't go in all guns blazing to rescue.
Yeah, she retreated with her F-18 back to base while the ships were getting harpooned and shit.
She didn't bring the full
she didn't know
army.
that she had them. Daenerys didn't know that they had this Missandei until after she retreated.
Yeah, because she left.
Yeah,
So-
but you can't say that she left her when she didn't know that she was captured. It doesn't make any sense.
But then she did know and didn't go back though.
Well,
to
she did go back.
Not to rescue her, though.
Well, the rescue was to negotiate using Tyrion to get her back. That was very obvious to me. What the fuck?
Yeah, that was obvious to me.
K-Mac was on that boat and you were flying the dragon, and the first harpoon hits one of the other dragons. Are you?
But she didn't. You're already fucking up. She didn't know that they had her yet. She didn't know that they had her until after she already lost the dragon.
She didn't know.
Go back and watch the episode.
She knew that they were getting fucked up in the water or whatever in the
they
boats.
did, but they didn't know they had Missandei.
They didn't know they had her, but yeah, she just was like, I'll see you back at fucking Winterfell if you make it.
No, she brought a little contingent.
She did not
with Tyrion.
know. She didn't know any of that.
She didn't know she
stuff.
was captured. She knew she was on that ship, and that ship was taking fucking arrows.
No, she didn't know that either. She took.
She didn't know Missandei was on the ship.
No, because she left that whole fucking area.
How did she not know she was on the ship though?
She didn't see the ship going down. I'll go back and watch it too. We'll go back and watch it this week and see if we see the same shit.
You don't need to see the ship going down to know that they were getting fucked up and she bailed.
She knew that she was getting shot at.
Well, yeah, I think
that's all she knew.
Then that's an agreement on that then.
All Daenerys knew is that she was getting shot at and one of her dragons died, and she didn't see the rest of the ships getting fucked up. Because remember what happened first in the episode?
The shooting at the dragons happened first.
That happened first, and then she left. All right, because one of her dragons died, and she saw that she's getting shot at by these fucking things. She didn't see the other fucking ships go down. She didn't.
The ships were sailing to the destination point. She was supposed to be on point, leading security.
Yep.
She saw, oh shit, it's an ambush, and she bolted. What did she think was going to happen? That the Iron Fleet was just going to turn around and be like, we got the dragon, let's go home?
She didn't know.
Well, she didn't know about Missandei, is what the point.
Yeah.
Missandei, she knew that her ships were attacked, but she's going the other way.
All she knew, god damn, you guys were never in the fucking military. All she knew is that she was fucking attacked.
Oh.
All right, listen, if you were with your boys, all right, and you get separated from your boys, and you get fucked up and you run away, are you assuming that the rest of your boys got fucked up?
I am, yeah.
No.
Your
Why
job
the fuck
is-
would you?
Yeah, I would every time.
It was her job.
You have the contact. No, it's not. You have fucking intermediaries and shit like that.
No, the whole plan on that map was you were going to provide security for the ships as we sail to fucking...
No, the plan was, from what I understood, was we're flying there, we're bringing our ships in, then we're going to negotiate and see what we're going to do next. That was the whole plan. The plan was not a show of force. The plan was you get your ships there in position, we're going to stop, and we're going to fly the dragons in, and she's going to stop and then talk to, what the fuck's her name?
Cersei.
Cersei.
I don't...
No, go back and watch the episode. I'll do it too. We can circle
Okay.
back.
Anyway, we're
going
running.
way down.
We're
Okay.
spinning wheels. Keep it moving.
So...
It was not a full frontal attack.
Yeah,
Was it a frontal attack?
No, it wasn't. No, they were
wasn't an attack.
They were supposed to go there to negotiate. That's
Yeah.
what the thing was. But on the map, they assigned her to give to escort the fleet as they made their way to the fucking negotiation table.
Once they're
But we'll table it and we'll come back to it. Whatever. So they line up outside the thing or whatever. The whole plan with the ring the bells. Blah 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 blah. They get there and. The Iron Fleet is just sitting in harbor, just chilling, like they're at Lake Havasu or whatever. They know that the battle's about to happen.
Yeah, it's all quiet on the west.
So I don't understand what they're. It just looked like they were outside AT&T Park, just chilling or whatever, not prepared or anything. Yeah, they were all like had their harpoon or their crossbow or scorpions ready, but it just seemed like they were just sort of chill.
Well, you don't know when it's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was cloudy. They just heard it, and we thought last week that the Scorpions couldn't rotate, but they can. But on the ships, they could.
They can rotate, but not that fast. She used if you have air superiority, and the other person doesn't have fucking air or anything, you have to have some agile, and so she used it right this time. You know,
she went up high, dive bombed, and started knocking them out one by one by one by one.
Initially, while in the air, again, she knew, that they were going to shoot at her. It wasn't a surprise this time. They knew that she was coming. She dodged well, but that could have gone either way. Just one of those could have hit the dragon.
Well, yeah, but the better way to attack was for her to find where the sun was positioned.
Oh, sure.
And then fly in from the sun's position.
Yeah, just keep circling around, and because obviously they're those whatever pivot points that they're on, they're not moving crazy fast or whatever. It takes time for them to fly. And they did a real good job of showing like they had to crank this chain thing to get the tension, and rotate and giving out orders and
just basic math though, like it's much more difficult to aim really well when you're talking about an extremely high point. Like not like directly on, you know what I mean? Where you put it at an angle.
And even when she was flying low or whatever, they were like, "Oh shit, how are we supposed to get?" So that part was really good. So
they're basically ballistas.
Yeah, I get that.
Lights up the entire fleet and everything. I guess on the south end of the city or whatever, because they had the army at the north end or whatever the fuck. Starts lighting up the walls. What are you looking at me crazy for?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, so lights up the archers and all the other scorpion things on the fucking wall, and pretty much opens up the pathway for the army to come through.
Yeah, breaks through the fucking wall with fire.
Yeah, we see the Golden Company,
they got fucked up.
Yeah, real quick
with their fancy armor and shit. But
I was surprised that they still have horseback.
The numbers
Dothraki.
The numbers are. That doesn't make sense to me either. Because it looked like the squads were even. They
had a lot of Dothraki on horseback with the swords and whatnot.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. I thought.
And I don't know. How'd they get there? Because don't they have to like?
I guess they go all the way around. I'd have to look at the map.
Wait, what do you mean how do they get there?
Like how'd all those?
In terms of was it on ships? All those horses?
No, it was on land.
Then they have. That's what I was saying. They would have to go all the way around.
What do you mean?
Because isn't there a huge body of water right in front of King's Landing?
No, the Red Keep is before King's Landing.
You can get there by land. It's like a little peninsula.
That's how the Unsullied got there.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was just really surprised. I was like, okay, because I didn't think there were that many Dothraki or fucking horses.
I mean, so
you can sell me that the people, some of the like Dothraki or Unsullied survived the battle, but the horses were fucking.
We know some came back.
Yeah, because they came back with Ser Jorah.
Yeah,
but they had it was a whole squad. It's like they respawned.
It seemed like 95% should have died in that battle with the Ice King or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, they kind of sort of foreshadowed this in like season 1 or 2 of Game of Thrones. They said that even a small force of Dothraki would decimate King's Landing.
Yeah, I do remember something like that.
And they had the Dothraki plus the Unsullied plus the armies of the north.
And no door.
And door got blown out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they enter the city. Dragons fucking just like your. I saw a funny tweet like your grandfather mowing the grass, just going in straight down,
back and forth, dude. Holy shit! Oh, I wish I'd have seen that meme.
Just strategic with it, and I mean it was working. Jaime's trying to get back into the city to fucking ring the bells or whatever.
So is Arya.
So is Arya.
In terms of going back into the city.
And the Hound, which is they get in or whatever, they squeak in, and then the club gets shut down. Jaime's outside waving his gold hand saying, I got VIP.
I got VIP. Yeah. I got my ticket.
Yeah.
From outside the club.
I'm on the guest list.
They were whipping their ass or whatever. It's not even a fair fight. Like the dragon is just doing what the dragon was supposed to fucking do.
Well, and they're mostly in King's Landing. I think they said like 1 million civilians, something like that.
There's a lot, yeah.
Yeah.
At least 1 million. At least.
And the army is nowhere near as large as
Well,
the
now that-
general population.
Well, since they got blown out by sea, so yeah.
Yeah, and they're getting worked. And I think also the numbers help play into helping out the invaders because, I mean, they're fighting on like narrow streets and everything rather than it just being like outside of the city where they can just, you're 10,000 versus 1,000 or whatever. If they're in these narrow streets or whatever, then it's just whoever's the better fighter. And those Dothraki are just slaying them.
I could have my history wrong, so if
And Unsullied.
if they've mentioned this before, let me know. But it feels like this is the first time there was true warfare inside the gates for King's Landing, and this was it?
Not since
no.
the Mad
No?
King.
Oh, they had actual like wars in there?
There was well, there was fighting. It wasn't a war, but there was fighting. Okay, you're right. So they were talking about how nobody got into the Red Keep.
Red Keep.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, but the Red Keep was like not
right
it's
there.
a small portion of King's Landing.
Yeah,
Okay.
That's the castle.
Yeah,
thing.
it's like the outer perimeter. It's like in what fucking Wall Marie and Attack on Titan. That's literally exactly the way it was.
So they're whooping ass and everything. Dragon does its fucking thing, and there's this nice standoff with Jon Snow, Grey Worm, who's fucking going ham on some motherfuckers, and I think what's the guy's name?
With the beard.
With the beard. Old man.
Oh, Sir Davos.
Davos, yeah. And was that before Jon Snow starts to get hesitation about seeing him rape?
This is way before.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
You're leaving out a crucial part.
Okay, well I'm getting to the bell. Or am I forgetting something before the bell?
You're forgetting something a little bit before.
Get to the bell. Don't matter.
It does matter.
So
What?
okay,
What's the big point?
The Clegane Bowl.
that was
So
after.
Don't matter about the order.
That was after because the dragon starts tearing up the castle.
Dragon was still tearing up in the middle.
No.
All right,
You wrong.
whatever.
Okay, so the dragon's perched. They're like, ring the bell, stop, we getting our asses whipped. Fucking the Golden Company drops their swords. They're like, we surrender.
Yep.
They're like, we don't want any more of this. We are done. We will bend the knee. We're done.
Yep.
We quit. Swords are down on the ground. They're looking around. They're like, we're not here for this. You guys win. We give up. We surrender and everything. Jon Snow's fine with that. The Dothraki seem chill with that and everything. Daenerys perches the dragon. The dragon is screeching. Everybody's scared. It's checkmate.
Yep.
It is checkmate and everything. Then the bell starts going off and everything, and that's when Daenerys starts going fucking crazy and everything. Now, the only thing I have no issue with her fucking lighting up whatever the city and people getting caught in collateral damage from those fucking runs and shit.
Yep.
Now, now after the bell rings, if you want to go say, nah, fuck this, Cersei's got to die, and you fly your fucking dragon up to Koopa's castle and destroy that just for be like, nope, she's got to die because I don't want her to live. I have no issue with that.
Okay.
But the bells start going. She's like, nah, fuck this. Everybody in that, women, children, they all can get it and everything. And she just starts lighting up people running in the streets. Women and children.
Everybody.
No, and that's where I was like, all right, this bitch, like I said last week, she's got to die or whatever.
I said that about Sansa. No. Sorry. Never mind. It was Danny.
Yeah, and she's got no care. She's lighting. I mean, her own people are probably getting it. Jon Snow's barely making it out of fucking these torch runs and shit. Then they start raping and pillaging the women and shit.
Well, they tried to. Jon Snow stopped one.
Jon Snow stopped one.
Yeah, he stopped one.
Jon Snow was like, what the fuck happened here?
Aaron Rodgers got burnt up.
Yeah, everybody got it.
Wait, y'all know that Aaron Rodgers was in this episode, right?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he got burnt up. There's like literally a scene dedicated to him where he gets burnt the fuck up.
And it's like Daenerys should just go to the fucking castle, burn it down, do whatever the fuck you want to. That's fine. But she's spending 20 minutes fucking just lighting up side streets and shit like that for no fucking reason.
Well, I'm gonna say there is a reason. Yeah, I mean,
her goal was what? To kill Cersei, right?
well, hold on.
Wait, hold on. I got you. She says, quote, I will take back what is mine.
She had it.
Through fire and blood.
And she did have it.
And fear.
And she had it.
And then she talked about fear.
Were they not
She did
scared?
talk about fear.
Were they not? Were the people of that fucking city not scared when that dragon was? Were they screaming and fucking?
They were scared. There's no doubt about it.
Who was resisting her?
Well, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna take it back a little bit further. If you have a huge budget, a very popular show, a CGI dragon, one way or another, there's going to be an awesome all-out episode, a few awesome all-out episodes where the dragon does dragon shit and flames on a whole bunch.
It did.
From a story standpoint, that's just going to happen in one of these things. But yeah, she went all out. Innocent people did get killed.
Yep.
And her homegirl and Grey Worm gave the official thumbs up on that as well.
This is true.
When you say innocent people get killed, yeah, that's understandable. Targeting innocent people is different than when innocent people get killed.
I think
she did it on purpose. I'm not telling you anything different.
I think the target was the city itself, and to lay ruin to the city, whoever is caught in it
She said,
don't
"Fuck
matter. It didn't matter.
And while
to
she
her.
was doing that, Cersei was a hair away from fucking escaping.
The castle
Cersei died because of a fucking building code violation.
Actually, I don't think Cersei's dead.
You think they had
but-
dragon insurance? I mean, Jesus.
Should have got that Geico for your money.
Yeah, actually, oh shit.
You don't think she's dead?
No, I don't think she's dead. And we're also you are missing another part about the battle between Euron and Jaime.
That was dumb as fuck.
That was stupid, man.
Hey, Euron went out like a fucking G.
No, he didn't.
How?
He initiated a dumbass, unnecessary fight.
Hey, he said
like a
he's
bitch.
the man who killed Jaime Lannister. He didn't give a
But he
fuck.
didn't.
Jamie wasn't even looking for him. Like
He wasn't,
He
but
died before he died. I'm like, listen, if somebody fucked me up and definitely killed me, I'm not gonna be like, I'm pretty sure I killed you by 2 fucking stabs.
Yeah. He's walking away.
he attacked a disabled man.
did.
Start with that, and then like for really no reason. You know what I mean? Like Jamie has no beef with him at that point in time whatsoever.
he also didn't know that Euron fucked the
Well,
queen.
he did fuck his sister /
And
girlfriend.
he threw it in his face.
Well, okay, but
there's a battle going on.
and
Like,
he's supposed to be like, yeah, I have a prince now, right? Because he thinks he knocked
did.
her up.
He thinks he
So
did.
why is he all like?
And he says, I'm a king now.
But he's not.
of course.
If you know that Cersei's about to die and you're just like, this bitch is dead with my son that's gonna be dead, then what are you gloating for?
We already knew Euron was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So this is like no surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, but I'm just
the
saying,
only
like,
the only person that would get between Euron and Cersei is Jaime. So if Jaime's off the board, then Euron has free reign.
but Jaime even says like, oh, I'm going to go save Cersei or whatever, and he's like,
Yep.
oh, we lost.
Yeah.
he does.
Euron doesn't care about fucking, I mean, his whatever son or being
No.
a king or whatever. So it's just like he had his
was
motivation
crazy.
was nothing at all.
He was crazy as fuck, and that fight was stupid.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean,
Well, I mean, killing the Kingslayer though.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
Well, obviously he died, but if you could get away with killing the Kingslayer and live, he'd be a fucking legend.
He would.
And you fuck the queen.
Yeah. And you can lie and say that that's his baby.
I mean, that's
But he
that's
knew
pretty
that
legit.
Cersei was good dead. That's what he was
He
saying.
didn't know Cersei. He
didn't know
said the
Cersei was
city was
dead.
lost.
He's like, it's over, it's done.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that she's
And
dead.
she was supposed to be escaping. So
Yeah.
But
There was
still,
a Dingy there,
fucking
even though that was put
fucking the
there.
queen and killing her brother.
She didn't.
he actually cared more about that fight than he did even escaping himself.
She wasn't.
did.
She wasn't escaping at that point.
No, she wasn't.
She only escaped right before the Hound got there, and homeboy, her advisor, her hand of the king was
that
like,
was great.
"We
That
got
was
to
so
go. We
great.
got to go." And she's like, "No, my archers will take you. We ain't got no archers."
Oh, the scorpions.
Archers are burnt.
Yeah, we will. But soldiers will fight till we ain't got no soldiers left either. She's like, "Oh, okay,
It's over, girl.
yeah," but yeah, and so John is got some questioning to do in the next episode about what the fuck did I get myself involved in.
His dick could have stopped all this.
I mean,
I mean,
Damn.
had he fucked her,
Yeah, she's probably been all right.
you know?
Oh, man.
She needed, again, her homeboy, the one who she wanted to be her hand, what's his name, with the Sir, what's his name?
Oh, her side piece? Fucking Varro?
Jorah,
Jorah?
Jorah.
The one that died in the battle.
Yeah, Jorah.
He's gone. Masandri's gone. Grey Worm is there, but I mean,
He's not.
he's a soldier. He's her, you know.
Yeah, and her trust in Tyrion is almost gone,
It's basically
if not gone.
over.
Tyrion can't go back to fucking.
Oh, now,
Of course not.
now he can't.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course not.
So if I see Tyrion even like walk up into Dragonstone or whatever, Tyrion just needs to get on a boat and fucking sail away.
Tyrion needs to kill her or Arya. Arya probably, because I'm pretty sure that she has green eyes, right?
Does she?
I don't know. I don't even know if they're going by the.
No. I'm pretty sure that Daenerys has green eyes because that would be the
I
last
thought
one
it
on the
was
list.
blue. I don't know.
All right.
No idea.
But people big mad at Daenerys.
They are big mad. They're
Is
super
it
mad.
Daenerys or Daenerys?
It's Daenerys.
It's Daenerys, right?
I think it depends on where you're from.
I think it depends on how I fucking read. But
Well, I think if you're like British, you say Daenerys.
Tyrion can't show his face. There's no like Grey Worm should just kill him on sight for releasing the prisoner. Like there should be no question about it unless she wants to set up another dragon feast or whatever and have a little cocktail shrimp for him. Then there's no point in it. But Arya needs to. I want to see Arya fucking.
Arya almost got fucking caught up. I don't know why. Everybody seems to be ignoring that.
Well, yeah.
But she was very close to being taken out.
A few times.
Not in a fight, but just in like rubble.
Oh yeah, because she was just running, just flaming everything.
Wait, we ain't talking about the two brothers, the Mountain versus the Hound.
That was awesome.
I thought that was great. People complaining.
were they complaining
People
about?
said it was forced. I'm all, this is what I've been waiting for.
How was it
And
forced? That's
don't
what he
you
wanted.
ask the people that were bitching. They were saying it felt forced. They said there was no emotional investment. I'm all, this is what
He gouged out his fucking eyes.
Yeah, I don't know what
He
people
stabbed him in the head.
I was on board.
I think they were fucking up by saying like, listen, from like the first fucking season, the first time we meet the Hound, I'm pretty sure that he talks about killing the fucking Mountain.
Yeah.
Because he talked about how he did it to his face, that's why he doesn't like fire and all that shit. So his motivations for killing the Hound were pretty legit, and it seemed pretty reasonable to me that that's the reason why he even went to fucking King's Landing, even from the
reason
previous
why.
seasons.
Why does the Mountain want to kill him though? I'm kind of.
Well, he's a zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he also they hate each other. In fact, there's when the Mountain tells Arya why he doesn't like fire.
The Hound.
Or I'm sorry, the Hound tells Arya why he doesn't like fire. It's because his brothers always fuck with them, and he said his brother pretty much hates him, and he hates his brother.
And his brother lit him on fire, hence the scar on his face.
Yeah,
so-
I understand why the Hound hates him. I was just like,
Well,
I had
the
to think.
Hound-
I was like, why does he hate
The
him?
Hound says his brother hated him,
Okay,
so they hate each other.
but I also
didn't
think.
know. Well, I was gonna say I didn't know that the Mountain had the ability to disobey orders and
Yeah, I
be
didn't know
like,
that either, but-
"Nah, fuck you, old wizard. I'm getting this." fucking
His,
Yeah,
his
that's what I thought.
hatred
Yeah, I
for
was
his
confused.
brother override.
That was awesome.
That's why I was
Clegane-
confused. I was like, why?
Clegane could have fucking lopped off Cersei's head, and the Mountain wouldn't give a fuck.
You know what? I
Yep.
think the Mountain would have killed the Ice King.
Yeah,
Could he?
I mean,
He
maybe.
can just take stabs to the eye and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck else.
But then also the Ice King had
converted
the
him.
Night King.
Yeah.
He had the ability to
Ice
like
King.
freeze people by stabbing them. So I don't know how well that would have done. Yeah. Here goes the actual Ice King.
So yeah,
The for real Ice. He's gonna win the North.
Him and Gunther.
Cersei retreats to the basement to try to get out of the fucking city.
Stab my fucking thumb.
And
that thing is sharp.
It is the little fucking. I stabbed my thumb with like a penguin. Penguin nose.
and
Gunther the fuck around, man.
she runs into Jamie, and then they have this whole heartfelt fucking thing, and nobody gets what they want. Everyone been itching to see Cersei's neck fucking cut off or slit or fucking
Bend backwards.
just eviscerated and shit like that, and they just fade to rubble falling on them possibly and stuff
I
while they
knew
hold
they-
each other in their arms.
They have gone there with killing a pregnant woman and then stabbing her stomach before. Obviously, we saw that in the Red Wedding. I don't think I never thought that they were going to do that twice, even though she's not as visibly pregnant, but we know she's pregnant.
Well, but
We just know because she says she's pregnant.
yeah. Let's be fair here, though. All right, this is a criticism that's legit for this season. They legit said that there's scenes in this season that are worse than the Red Wedding. So far, with one episode to go, you fucking lied.
Yeah.
Like there was nothing has been worse.
Nope.
Now,
The Red Wedding was like the worst.
Red Wedding was definitely the worst.
Well, as far as like, I'm sorry, when I say the worst, I mean like as far as like it's a terrible thing.
Yeah, that was brutal, and people had trouble sleeping after that one.
yeah. I don't think that Cersei's dead. And I'll let you finish the summary, and I'll explain
No,
why.
I think that pretty much sort of sums it up. Arya fucking wakes up Just looks like she's been at, was it Pompeii?
Oh, fuck.
Just covered in ash. Gets that Red Dead Redemption horse, and then little Nas starts playing, and
Oh, my God.
some Old Town Road.
Oh, my God.
And
Terrible.
And she better fuck up Daenerys.
Was Daenerys on her list prior?
No.
She wants to kill the queen. She gonna kill the queen.
She said Cersei. though.
I mean,
She had
I
names.
think it was specifically.
She had names, not titles.
That's why pencils got erasers.
Oh, damn.
But back then, though,
Yeah.
no fucking race.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But he's bred.
Yeah, I don't think that Cersei's dead, and it's mainly clues that David Benioff and D.B. Weiss had said. So I don't know how y'all watch, but I watch on HBO Go and HBO Now, and after the end of the episode, there's always like 10, 15 minutes of them inside the episode where they review critical points. One of them was about Cersei and Jaime, but all they talked about was Jaime and how he went out. They do not talk about Cersei. They do not talk about her dying either. All they talk about is their relationship, but they do talk about the final moments of
That would be some bullshit.
Jaime, but not about Cersei.
Jamie's already stabbed the fuck up.
He's been stabbed twice and he's bleeding everywhere. So he's gone. Either if he's not dead by rubble, he's bleeding out.
Yeah. That'd be some Glenn Walking Dead shit if she fucking survived that.
Yeah, I won't be. I'm
Oh, the
I'm
trash
not,
can scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. I won't be surprised if she is hurt but not dead
Yeah.
in the next episode. I would
And
not
she
be surprised.
is. I just want to say this for folks who want her come-uppins. You do hear her talk about not like this. I can't die like this. Blah blah blah. So she's panicked because she knows death. She knows death is imminent. I mean, you do hear that from her.
Yeah.
So, I won't be surprised if what Cronus says comes to pass, where it's actually Jon who kills Daenerys. So, we're talking at my house with some folks, and they're saying Daenerys may try to burn Jon, and we see that he survives.
Well, you can't burn him.
Yeah, because he would be unburnt as well, and then he ends up stabbing her.
But why would she burn him?
Because he is a threat to her. He is the true heir.
Yeah.
You erase him, she takes the throne.
She could have done that earlier if she wanted to.
She could, but she gave him an out because she cares for him. She loves him. And after he denied her in this episode,
More than that, though.
Yeah, but
gave
after-
him an army. as
yeah,
well.
on top of that, but he denied her. He didn't dick her down, so now she's upset. And now he's a target. So in this next episode, it's like, you've already let this out. You told your big mouth sister, who told Tyrion, now everyone's gonna know. So if I get rid of you, there's no disputing my supremacy.
Do you think she has a similar beef with the fact that kind of Winterfell is Sansa's still there, and Sansa was right for sure.
she's got it.
But does she have a beef with the fact that Winterfell is supposed to be under King's Landing, and now that King's Landing is gone
We'll
for
find
the
out.
most part?
Because she's gonna want to erase everybody that knows the truth.
Exactly.
I think so.
So she's gonna be coming after Sansa. She's gonna be coming after Arya. She's
Tyrion.
gonna come after Jon.
And
So
probably
Tyrion.
Jon.
Yeah, because she. Yeah.
Where's
she's-
Bran? Where's Bran? Braun?
Bran's at Winterfell.
I don't know, because that's another thing that's gonna just pour writing now.
I'm pretty sure he's in Winterfell.
Yeah,
Just
he's
chilling in his wheelchair.
Yeah, just chilling.
What's he gonna do on the front lines, bro?
No, but I mean, it's
You
just
mean
like
Bran or Braun?
he sees all of this.
Oh
and
yeah,
he's just like,
he's right. There's
You mean Bran or Braun?
I'm sorry, I meant Three-Eyed Raven dude.
Okay.
Yeah, that's Bran.
Yeah.
He's
Bran-
at Winterfell.
Braun is just whatever.
Bronn said he's gonna wait it out.
See who
and
wins.
he said he's going to
wants
see who's
his
wins.
castle.
And he said he probably doesn't know that
He's got
Cersei's
nothing.
dead. He's probably going to shoot Tyrion in the face.
What good would that do?
He got paid. He wants he wants River Run.
He did not get paid.
He did not get
who's gonna pay
paid.
him?
Cersei was supposed to pay him. Cersei's dead. King's Landing is fucking Lego bricks right now.
Tyrion is still alive. and
Tyrion's still
guaranteed him. Yeah, so.
So if he doesn't get what he wants, he can kill him and take what he wants.
Tyrion about to be dead anyway.
No, he can't take what he wants. Like, what the fuck? This guy, he's a fucking nobody.
Yeah.
He can't just claim an entire fucking city.
Can't be like Cersei promised me this.
Oh, it's mine now. Be like, no, fuck you.
Unless he's got some kind of secret army we don't know about.
No, if he just says, "Hey, write this scribe out saying that I own this," and then boom.
No, he's a sellsword. He can't fucking do that shit.
They ain't got time to put that shit in an hour.
They got bigger problems. The entire capital is gone.
Yeah.
And I will say this about the attack. I love the whole green gas.
The wildfire
From under the city.
Yeah.
Popping up and exploding too. That was fucking dope.
I was like,
forgotten about that.
I'd forgotten about it too. I'm like, oh shit, they still had some? I'm like, I guess so.
And I guess we assume the throne is just magically still there.
Ooh. You gotta be. Yeah, you gotta see someone on it on the last episode. You have to.
So overall, what did y'all think about Daenerys and her decision to torch the city?
I mean, to me, it was like a definite possibility. I mean, they've been leading up to it. So everybody that says that, oh, it was like out of the blue, no, it fucking wasn't. She literally said what she was gonna do early on in the whole goddamn
Since season
show.
one. Season one.
Get the fuck out of here. And there was all kinds of signs that she would be the Mad Queen from early on. The fact that, well, like, once they killed Missandei, I was like, burn this shit down. Like, there's no need for her to keep all these people that do not accept her as a foreign leader, to keep them all alive.
Yep.
Fuck them.
Yep. I'm right
start
there with
new.
Besides the Red Wedding, because this was not better than it, this actually is my second favorite episode. I love this. Felt like, you know how they talked about season 8 is going to feel like a movie in every episode? No, it didn't. But this one felt like a movie.
Yeah. I mean, to piggyback even more off of Cronus again, from Daenerys' point of view, the man that she loves now denied her most trusted advisor and friend, or most of her advisors are gone. So Ser Jorah's gone. Her friend and advisor, Missandei, gone.
She has no advisors.
Exactly. So most of these,
Tyrion,
but Tyrion, she lost trust in. She don't trust that dude no more. So all these people that have stopped her impulses before, because if you go back,
I think she might actually still trust him.
He's super thin ice.
He's on like fucking a cunt hair.
Giving up Varys probably gained him a lot of trust.
But he gave up Jamie.
Yeah, he gave up
she
Jamie.
threatened him
She
too.
she lied.
I don't think she knows about Jamie yet, but yeah.
Once
She's gonna be like, where's Jamie at? I'm gonna fucking
Because he's supposed to be still back at the camp.
Yeah.
I'd be like, my name's Joe. I don't know.
Because Tyrion went up to the soldier and was just like, the queen says that I'm supposed to talk to the prisoner. Oh, the prisoner's gone. What happened to him? Yeah, your boy Tyrion's king.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, really now?
Yeah.
I'd have been like, I wasn't even there. I gave you Varys, right?
Yeah, right. So, I mean, most of these advisors and people by her side are gone. Mm-hmm. And in the past, if you go back, most of them have stopped her and gave her a different solution versus her going all ham and burning shit up. These people are gone.
Grey Worm.
Yeah, but Grey Worm's not an advisor, he's a soldier.
It's the only person she can trust, really? Right?
She don't confide in that dude.
It's the only one
she knows that he'll follow her orders.
It's her only option. Well, that's all she wants now.
So
she don't want nobody to fucking.
Her impulse was indulged. She let loose. Y'all are fooling yourselves and forgot what show you was watching. Getting all mad about y'all was cool with her fucking her nephew. Y'all was cool about, oh, I know he's her nephew, but I want them to find happiness. Nah.
It's those people that name their daughters after her.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, y'all tripping out.
I will say this: she's more badass now than she was prior to that episode, and she was always badass, but she is all the way there on the badassery.
I mean,
she wasn't badass getting raped by fucking
Khal
Drogo.
Well,
and getting slapped up by her brother.
Yeah. She was getting whored out by her brother.
She was getting whored out, but she improved quite a bit from there. I mean, she leveled up. She was freeing chains and whatnot.
She was, but she was also killing people and burning cities.
You should improve too by keeping your secret.
Yeah.
You should improve too.
Be a better person. There's no fucking technicality.
Be a father to your children, goddamn.
Oh, damn. Break your bones.
That's nothing.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what?
I'll tell them when they get older. That's what he did.
God dang. Anyway, but
So we
yeah.
got 1 hour left of this show.
Some of y'all was tripping out thinking that Danny was the all good one and was gonna. Y'all were hoping. You put too much stock in the character, thinking that she was gonna do what you wanted to do, versus what you had known she was capable of doing. Sansa,
The eunuch,
Arya.
a whole bunch of people said, "Hey, are you sure that she is a good ruler?"
Even Tyrion knew, and Varys tried to be like, you know what she's capable of. You know we are backing the wrong one. You know you need to do what is right.
Another Tyrion mistake.
Yeah, he made a bunch.
Yeah.
And all of y'all forgot that she was capable of doing this type of madness. Y'all are just in your feels and in denial that this Targaryen was gonna fuck shit up. And this is almost like a repeat of the history we've already been told. Her father did it, lighting up civilians, and her brother had the love of the people. Now her nephew, who is her brother's son, has the love of the people. And she is the one who went and burnt up people.
But John isn't loved.
people.
Yeah, John is. But even before, rewind a little bit. John wasn't necessarily loved.
He
in
is
King's
loved by
Landing.
he is not loved in King's Landing. He's loved by the North and all those that fell with it. Those who banded to the North, they all will follow John.
They respected. Well, I mean, they didn't follow him at first.
They loved him. Well, not. I don't want to say they loved him at the wall, but they followed him at the wall.
Well, I mean, they killed
before
him.
they stabbed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He got betrayed over there.
The wildlings. He was the first in like centuries that got the wildlings to fight with them.
But he earned it. He earned it based on what he did. He didn't just walk up in there
But
and
he
just
did
be like,
he did it fairly.
Yeah.
He did it fairly, and Daenerys came in and burnt up people.
Yeah.
So people have been really complaining about this season so far, and right now there's a petition for HBO to redo the whole entire fucking season.
Nope.
That's not gonna happen.
Nope.
Fuck out of here.
Just
You know how
like
much money they
Last
spent?
Jedi.
You know how much money they spent on this?
Oh,
Yeah,
a lot.
It's like $100 million an episode.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Y'all need to go back and rewatch the seasons where Daenerys was about to fuck people up and she got stayed.
Listen, all y'all folks that don't like this season, you already have a second chance. When George R. R. Martin maybe doesn't die and finishes his book, you get a whole different chance. Read the fucking book. Stop being lazy. Read the fucking book. When it comes
the audiobook,
if it
that'll
comes
work.
out. So, yeah.
And there's going to be spin-offs from
Oh
this.
yeah, that's right.
And the showrunners are taking over your precious little Star Wars.
I'm fine with that. If they do, especially if they're doing Knights of the Old Republic, I'm totally fine with that.
So,
Totally fine.
are we done with Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
All right.
Good stuff.
We'll talk about something real quick. So you brought up audiobooks. Glad you brought it up. I finally listened to
Nice segue.
the book Dune.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the old one.
Yeah, the old school movie that came out a long time ago is based on a book, if y'all didn't know that. And I listened to the book.
Did a game as well?
Probably could be.
Point, but it's a very good. It's like it's always up there with like the greatest sci-fi story of all time. It's always in like at least the top fucking 3. I will tell you, it's warranted. It's a very good book. What's interesting to me is that the audiobook, this is the first time I've listened to an audiobook that had an actual cast of members on the audiobook. Like, usually when you listen to an audiobook, it's one narrator throughout the whole thing, but this one was like fucking at least 5 people.
That made me think of like old school radio programs they used to do.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
And they
Like
had,
World in the World or some shit like that.
and they had like sound effects, they had music in it and shit like that.
Damn.
It was fucking amazing. It was kind of weird, like as I'm listening to the story, like remembering the movie, like the old school movie, and now I want to watch it again because I'm pretty sure that there's like a lot of stuff that was in the book that was in the movie, because in the movie they basically condensed 3 books into one movie.
Oh.
And they actually, from what I remember from the movie, they actually did a pretty good job of condensing it all. But there's like stuff they added into the movie that was kind of weird, and stuff that they kind of like took out that was kind of weird.
It was an 80s movie, though, right?
Yeah.
It was an 80s. Like, I think it was like actually a 70s movie, if I remember
No,
correctly.
it's 84, I believe. 84 or 86. Yeah.
Somebody look it up. Like,
got it right.
I don't think it was in the 80s.
It is definitely.
I'm pretty sure it came out before Star Wars, the first
You're
one.
talking about the book or the film?
The film.
No, it's definite.
It came out
80s
in
film.
84.
Yeah.
The film came out in 84?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I mean, the film was pretty good. They did a pretty good job, but there's stuff they left out that was good.
The book came out in 65.
Yeah, the book. That's what
I
book came out
asked if it was the film of the
Sorry.
book. Yeah.
No, even, the film I thought came out before Star Wars, but obviously I was wrong. But yeah, it's worth checking out. Audiobook, it's really good. If you like read. Definitely read the book if you're a sci-fi fan. It's a great book.
Yeah, it's a good way to be prepared because it's coming back.
Yeah.
Next year, 2020.
Are they doing like a series?
As a movie?
Yeah.
No, they're doing a movie. It has. We talked about this a couple past. Like Jason Momoa's in it.
wow.
Fucking, it has like a huge cast. Actually, I can pull it up.
It's 3 fucking books. Why are they trying to cram this shit into one fucking movie?
See, I thought the first film focused on the first book.
It's literally all 3 books. There's like I
Patrick
think
Stewart's
there's
in it.
12 or 21 or something like that.
Patrick Stewart is in
He
the
is.
original one,
What's his name in the book? His name in the movie.
In the movie, he
Was it
goes
Duncan,
by
Idaho?
2.
He's Gurney.
Because he goes by
Oh,
Paul.
it's Gurney. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and he goes
Gurney
by
Holly.
Paul.
I thought he went by Duncan. I was like, Duncan, Idaho, in the book is definitely not him, but Gurney makes sense. What? There's a guy in the book. His name is Duncan, Idaho.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Zendaya's in this. Jason Momoa.
Is there a trailer?
Dave
yet,
Bautista. Oscar Isaac. Javier Bardem.
Wait, didn't that guy just die?
I mean, it could be
I thought
good,
the
but it's just weird how they're trying to like cram 3 books into one fucking movie again. You know, it's just like, why don't you?
Kind of like The Hobbit, right? Didn't they do like?
No, The Hobbit was
It's
reversed.
reversed.
sorry, yeah,
yeah, it's reversed. But I mean, the story is like really involved and shit like that. Like, in
That's right. Josh Brolin's in this.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's hella people.
He played Gurney in it.
He does play Gurney.
Oh, does he? Okay, so Gurney's like the that's one
Weapon
thing they
master?
missed. That's one thing he has a weapon master, but he also plays a lot of music, and that's one thing that they missed in the whole like the movie.
So I kind of noticed, like, usually, like Lord of the Rings, especially The Hobbit is filled with songs, and usually they cut those out when they make the films.
Yeah, they cut all the songs out in the movie, which I mean, I get it because you listen to it, it's like, oh, this isn't that great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Lord
just
of the
weird.
Rings movies were 3 hours plus on the extended edition.
Yeah, but they also had like songs, like a few of them.
Yeah, I remember.
So, but they cut. I think they only did literally like one song, and it might have been in the extended edition.
Yeah, I was gonna say because those other ones had like 30, 40 extra minutes and stuff.
Yeah, the guy who plays Paul Atreides, I have no idea who this person is. I think he's a newcomer or an up and comer.
Well, in the book, he's fucking 15 years old. Like when they first.
Oh yeah,
started,
yeah. This
so-
dude's a kid. See, in the '84 movie, he's Kyle MacLachlan, who's like 30 in the film.
Well, I understand because it's kind of weird because in the book he's 15 years old, but then like when he's 15 he meets like basically like his concubine and they have a kid.
Yeah.
So it's just like, maybe don't do that. You know, maybe don't put that in the movie.
Yeah.
So-
Bump them up to 18 if you're gonna do that.
He had a concubine in the film. It was what's her name, the crazy chick who wanted to be Catwoman.
Yeah, but they were older.
Oh yeah, way old. Well, I guess she could pass for a teen, but she's older at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't pass. You can't have people that are 15 years old having kids and shit in a movie.
Awkward as fuck.
Oh, did they do that shit with Blue Lagoon? That's why it caught hella flack because
They had that incest scene.
Brooke Shields was like a teenager in that film.
Yeah.
Maybe.
70s was a wild time though. Or in the early 80s, whatever it was.
Dude, I watched that movie recently, and it was. I just fast forward to that one part.
God. Man. Some Skinamax shit.
You got a nut to bust?
Yeah. Anybody else see Detective Pikachu?
Did you watch it?
I actually did.
Wow. It looks pretty good.
It is the spoiler out there. It's the best video game adaptation.
Really?
Better than Tomb Raider back in the day for a video game adaptation. Did not play the game. I'm not a Pokemon fan.
Yeah.
But this was it had no business being as.
So you're literally
decent.
missing 50% of your argument.
How so?
Because you said it's the best video game adaptation in a movie, but you never played the video game. So you're missing 50% of that argument.
It's the best adaptation based on a video game because a lot of the other video game movies, in fact, almost all of them.
But you don't
How do you
know
reference?
how good
How
the
can you
video game
reference the
was.
source material by?
This movie was good enough, even with the game not having not played it.
Well, we already know that your credibility and people need to take what you say with a
It's a
big ass thing of salt.
It's a decent movie. That's what I'm saying.
Fun movie.
It's a fun. It actually is a fun movie, and I know. I've never been into Pokemon. I'm never
so
going to be.
You can't say it's the
Pokemon.
best video game adaptation if you've never played the video game and don't know anything about the video game.
It is though.
I mean, the video game
That's
is
your
fucking
boy, Cthulhu's
basic
Prodigy.
as fuck.
Yeah.
No, you can't.
played it?
You can't add your boy on there because that's my handle.
No, I'm just putting it out to the Twitterverse so they keep attacking.
Yeah. But no, I've played the Game Boy game, and it's an RPG. So there's no real story there except that you're fucking going around doing shit with
RPGs
Pikachu.
have stories.
Well, I mean, like there's no story base behind it or whatever.
But isn't Detective Pikachu separate from the rest of the Pokemon universe?
Yeah, it is.
Its own game.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's not like the
you could say it's a
Sapphire
good
and this
movie,
and that.
but if you never played the game, you don't fucking know, man.
It's true.
For all the video game movies, you can look at the list of video game movies.
There's a few.
This is up there. This has
Up there, how?
it's
Opinion invalid.
well, critics and actual users enjoy it, and I'm telling you, it's a really good movie.
But you don't know though, man.
I don't know that the game is any good because I haven't played the game,
That's
but I'm
what
telling
saying.
you the movie's
That's 50% of your argument, though, man. It's like saying that Tomb Raider was a great adaptation of Tomb Raider, but you never played Tomb Raider before.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
fine. This movie.
So when are you gonna turn your fucking avatar back to?
I'm not turning my avatar back to shit.
Damn.
I guarantee you are.
I want to know. I don't want to go back on this crazy. What's going on with your girl Ayesha?
Oh.
So wow, Ayesha Curry.
Cause you rocking the Warriors gear.
Yeah, no, I like the Warriors.
That's your first lady.
She is the wife of Steph Curry, and she's just been wilding out. She was on a show that Will Smith's wife.
Oh, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada Pinkett Smith.
Like Red Room or something like that?
Something like that. I don't.
Red
Is it a
Talk?
show on like actual TV or?
No,
is it
I
like
think it's online.
Yes, it's a Facebook.
Oh, yes,
Channel.
Facebook Watch.
Yeah.
It's on Facebook
Okay.
Watch.
Yeah. She basically was trying to break down the fact that Steph gets a lot of attention. He's an NBA superstar. He's known all over the fucking world. She doesn't get nearly as much attention from men, and it would be nice if she could have more attention from men. This is a married woman, mother of 3 children, supposed to be, and she puts it out there, not me, she puts it out there, a woman of Christian faith and all of that, wanting more male attention from people other than her husband.
You don't listen. If you're married, the only male attention that you need, that you signed up for, literally in the fucking contract, that's what you signed up for, is from him, your husband. For you to sit there and say that I want more male attention from other people, you shouldn't be married. You don't understand what marriage is all about, and you want to be a hoe. Like that's how I take it.
Mm-hmm.
If she wants to explain that shit away,
Which she
try.
did. She did.
And married,
No, she did
married
not.
with
Well,
She
kids.
tried.
She did not. She's married with children.
Yeah, but she said something what was it, about having her body back after having children, and she wanted basically
that's her-
validation.
that's her
that she was
backpedaling?
still-
But there's no way on earth she is going to get anywhere near the groupie love, the groupie attention, whatever you want to call it, that Steph is. Steph is a superstar, global brand. He's the reason why you are kind of C-list famous.
Yeah, I didn't even know that she was an actress.
She was?
Well, she's not, she's on
thought she was a
TV for
cook.
cooking shows.
Well,
So,
I didn't know that shit until like
On her
way
husband's
afterwards.
dime.
yeah.
Yeah.
She didn't reach into her private savings and put up those restaurants in the city and in Houston and
Now, the other thing is, she's by far, with the exception of maybe Gabrielle Union, the most famous basketball wife we have. Very few people know.
But Gabrielle Union, she was
She's an actress.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. By
she
far,
still is an
besides her.
But I know her from like actual.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Besides her, it's definitely Ayesha Curry, because you don't know Kobe's wife. You don't know, most people don't know Magic's wife or Jordan's wife.
I know Carmelo's wife.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
Yeah. But nowhere near as famous as Ayesha. Nowhere near.
Lala, she was on MTV.
She was on MTV. I don't think she's as famous as Ayesha has her own.
now Lala was famous before
Lala
she
was a
married
radio. She was
Carmelo.
she was on the
Alden is actually
radio
right.
and became a
MTV.
video
You think
jockey.
she's more famous?
Right now, I don't know, but Lala had a
When you-
career before.
When
she
you say
got
Lala, people
Whoa.
know who she's on.
I
Because she
think
was
certain people do.
She was on BET and MTV.
You gotta remember that just because Carmelo, even though he played in New York and whatnot, he didn't do he wasn't like the face of the league. You know what I mean?
Well, let's just rewind a little bit though. Like, why do you need random dudes to validate you as a person? like part of the argument I understand. It's like, if somebody recognizes you or like they're attracted to you, you can tell. Like, it feels nice. Yeah, you're right. It does feel nice, but at the same time, you're married to a person, and that's who you're supposed to be with, and that's where all your attention should be going to, you and your family and your children.
People
Yeah, she shouldn't have said
her.
man. She should have said man. She should have said like people. Like she wished she would have more recognition from like people instead of like just looking mainly at man, because that make her look like
even that,
thirsty.
even saying you need more recognition from people, it's like, did you earn that recognition?
Wait, hold on. It's not recognition we're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah, really rating. It's not recognition. This is talking about lusting. This is talking about like wanting to fuck and hollering at a hot-ass looking woman.
No, rewind the tape. Hold on. She was an advocate against catcalling at one point.
Yeah.
And now she's
Goddamn.
invalidating that, saying she wants to be
Old
catcalled.
Ninja's got a list, but yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, Ava Longoria is another basketball wife. Who was
she married to?
But she's a
married to
celebrity though.
That's right, she was. And she had a lot of fame.
She is famous for being on Desperate Housewives.
You're right.
Hold on.
But she was famous
Steph,
before they got married.
You're probably never going to hear this episode, but if you do listen to this episode, you should divorce her as soon as possible.
Damn.
No, I'm serious.
Damn.
If anything goes wrong in your marriage, she's going to try to take you for everything you fucking have, because she's going to believe that it's all hers.
She already they've been in high school suites, so she's already entitled to that shit.
Oh, yeah.
But just cut it off now. Even though you got kids and all that shit, she's gonna go after you for every last fucking dime. If anything negative happens to you and your relationship, just fucking let it go. She's giving you the signs right now that she don't give a fuck about you. She wants to be famous, and she wants that money and all that shit that comes with it.
Well, she tried to also say that this was an insecurity, and she was proud that she would voice her insecurities and whatnot.
I don't understand how people are defending her.
Why is this public?
People, like, I see people on Facebook be like, yeah, she like having her back and shit like that, Ayesha.
So,
and I'm like, what? I'm so confused, because if this was role reversal,
Steph would have been flamed. He would have lost endorsements from the league. He would have had to apologize to his other teammates in the league and fans. And
one of the fucked up ones that I saw was actually I replied to it on your page. And it was from my sister's best friend. I don't know if you saw what I responded with.
Maybe
but
not.
she was saying how dudes want to pretend that when they see another dude's wife, they don't give them the nod, be like, oh, your wife is hot, and be like understanding. I'm like, first of all, I don't think that shit actually happens, because it doesn't happen to me with any of my friends.
Yeah, I never did.
You know what I mean? And am I hanging out with the wrong people? Because when my friends marry somebody, even if they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, I am not giving them a nod, being like, hey, your chick is hot. I'm like, y'all together, and that's your chick. Like, that's fucking gross. If the dudes you hang out with look at your spouse or whatever the fuck with hungry eyes, you're with the wrong fucking people.
And I'm going to say this too. That didn't even have anything to do with her wanting that. You know what I mean? Like, she's the one saying, I want this to happen.
But that was her excuse to that. And I'm just like, no, that is not. If you're with dudes that look at you like that and your husband is okay with that, that's fucking gross.
She wants attention. She wants to be more famous than her famous husband.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I got a basketball question for you guys.
Birdman Road.
Who the fuck named what's Steph Curry's brother's name?
Seth.
Who named their kids damn near the same goddamn name?
Well, it's Stephen.
Well, actually, his name is Wardell.
Is it really? That's his name?
Yes.
But he goes by Stephen?
Probably
His middle name.
No,
Oh, okay.
Stephen Curry versus Seth Curry.
But their names are so fucking similar. Like I thought their first names were
maybe it's
what's his first
Stefan
name?
Curry.
like Urkel, Steven and Urkel.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
Urkel,
Stefan Urkel.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, before we switch gears, I'm gonna take the wheel real quick.
Go ahead.
So on Netflix, they finally fucking released the new season of Lucifer, which is a show I've been advocating. I actually signed a petition for Netflix to try to pick up the show, and it's back on Netflix. It just dropped, I think, on Tuesday.
A petition that actually worked.
Yeah, and it worked. Yeah, like Netflix actually picked it up.
It's a Fox show, right?
Yeah, it used to be a Fox show, and it got canceled, but Netflix picked it up. This is one of the this show is so fucking great. Like, they actually picked up from where they left off on Fox, and they didn't change anything. Like, it's the same fucking, like, city, same actors. Like, the police station's the same. Lucifer nightclub is the same. Like, everything's still the fucking same. It's just that it's on Netflix. And since they're on Netflix, they have a little bit more wiggle room, because there's an episode where they go to a nudist colony. Ooh. And so, like, there's, like, ass cheeks and shit being shown. And, like, I mean, there's one of the female characters, she's nude. Or they do that scene from Austin Powers where he's, like, naked, but he keeps running around, but there's, like, fruit and stuff in front of him.
Yeah.
And so, like, they do that on this episode. Like, there's a scene where a woman's holding, like, 2 margaritas, and she's like, oh, yeah, I knew this person. Would you like to have a little bit of my Millen margarita or something like that? So it's really funny how they do that. But, like, so far this season has been really good. It's probably one of my favorite seasons of all of them. But, like, we could see, like, a little bit more dankness from the show. We get introduced to Eve, which is, like, from the Adam and Eve storyline. So it's a really good show. So if you haven't watched the season, all 4 seasons, even the Fox seasons are on there. But definitely check it out on Netflix.
So you can watch the whole thing.
Yeah, you can watch the whole thing, and it's so worth it. Like, if you're into, like, biblical stuff, I guess it's pretty fun to watch.
Good shit. And I've heard people have gone crazy for season 4.
Yes, I hope they keep it going, because this season 4 is only 10 episodes, but all the previous seasons have been like the typical like 16 to 24. So.
All right, last thing, so I know we want to wrap it up pretty soon. Is Dead to Me.
Oh yes.
So this is my favorite new show on Netflix right now. It's a show that I know you're halfway through. Blue's done with it.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the show? Because I think it's Christina Applegate's like best show by far, like fucking ever.
Yes, I agree. Like, this isn't, what was it, Kelly Bundy from Married with Children. Like, she is a mom going through some shit and.
Oh, sorry. Let me give you a synopsis. Did I talk about it last week?
We touched on it a little bit.
A little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we have a mom who's going through some shit, but like.
Well, her husband dies. He gets hit by a car.
Yeah. But like, she's dealing with her kids and like all this drama at work, and like all this shit keeps going on, and it's funny, but then it's also kind of like, I don't know, dramatic as well. And then like, you know, her acting skills is pretty on point. Like, I didn't know she actually like been nominated for like Tony and like an Oscar and stuff before too.
Yeah,
she has some chops. Wow. Yeah, for roles in different movies and TV shows.
Well, the thing that's crazy is that she actually brings in stuff in her personal life into the show. So she had a double mastectomy because.
Oh, she did.
For the exact reason why she says in the show.
They mentioned that on that episode I just halfway watched or whatever before I got to the cast, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, it really happened. Yeah, so I don't want to give. We can't give too much away about like the actual gist of the show because it's going to kind of ruin everything.
Yeah.
But even after you watch the whole season, it's I have theories on it, so I'll give it a couple weeks, and then I'll talk about my theories on the show.
Okay, I should probably me and Lila are watching it, so we'll try to finish it up this week. But there's some funny stuff going on. A couple more. I mean, I was face palming myself because I thought there was going to be I could see some stuff happening inevitably, and then all of a sudden it just like veered off, like the whole thing with the balloons and the notes. And I was like, this dumb bitch. And then all of a sudden it just like worked out, and I was like, oh, okay.
So you know it's Hawkeye's wife, right?
Wait, I'm sorry, say that again?
Judy is Hawkeye's wife.
Oh yeah, from the Avengers movie.
Ah, okay. I thought she looked kind of familiar.
Yeah, and obviously the other guy is
Cyclops.
Cyclops, yeah. Or Teddy.
But it's really funny, and I just got to the where they find out about what's her name, Bambi. That's the that's the episode I'm on. We're at that tiki bar.
That shit's fucking funny. Yeah,
it's pretty.
But
hilarious.
Then, so that scene also kind of sucks too, because like, you know, you get to learn more about the husband's background and like what really happened that night when he got hit by the car and shit like that.
Well, in that one, you only know about a little bit what happened that night. You don't know about the whole thing until
until later.
They just left the restaurant or whatever. It was where I left and came here or whatever. But I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, I highly recommend it. How many? It's 10 episodes.
I think 10.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a real good, easy watch or whatever. I mean.
I think it's only 30 minutes too. It's not like an hour-long episode.
Yeah, it's like 30, 40 minutes. Yeah.
But they layer on like the complexities in the show and like how people are interacting with each other and shit like that. It's like it's really good, and it gets really fucked up. I'm thinking like even like the first episode, like at the end of the first episode, you'll probably be hooked because it's like, oh, that's that bitch. And it's just like, damn.
Yeah.
Well, like another thing with what's the name Applegate's character is that she's a bitch. Like she will tell she wears her feelings on her sleeve and she'll tell you like it is. Like when she finds out about a homegirl like this is like first episode where her husband or fiance isn't actually dead. She fucking calls her out. She's like, you fucking lying bitch. You shouldn't even be here. You try. It's like she went off on her and the chick was like, yeah. It turned out she had like a bunch of miscarriages. Then she felt fucking stupid.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the first like 1 or 2 episodes they go into that, so it's not too much of a spoiler, but
It's a good show. Really good show.
yeah.
It hasn't been renewed yet, which I'm surprised. I'm like,
It definitely should, especially the way it ends.
Did it just drop on Netflix, or just are they waiting to see?
I think it's very new.
They're probably waiting to
Like
get
last
see what
week it came out.
the numbers it does maybe before they.
well, but usually though, it's like within like the first week it gets picked up, you know. So I'm like worried because Santa Clarita Diet
Got canceled.
and the fucking season 3, like the last episode, huge cliffhanger.
Shit.
And it's not gonna get fucking resolved.
That's like
So-
what's it called? Everything sucks.
Yeah,
I'm still bitter on that one.
Yeah.
That only had one fucking season 2.
Homeboy's father knocks at the door, and we'll never find out anything. We're like,
Oh shit, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Why is this guy white?
Yeah, why what the fuck's going on?
yeah.
We didn't sign a petition for that to come back.
Yeah,
But we are getting Stranger Things, right?
Not till
yeah.
July.
Yeah.
Don't forget, Mr. Robot comes back this summer.
Final season.
Dude,
Final
it's been like
season.
2 years since it came
It's
out,
been
right?
a minute. It's
We
been
had
a minute.
to finish the Queen movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. How the movie so fucking
Well, and
good.
also I wanted to see sex education needs to come back too.
Oh
That was a
yeah.
great show.
Uh-huh. It's interesting because like somebody posted a picture of Mickey Mouse with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah, where it has like Fox. And
Yeah, it has like all the different studios they acquired, and I feel like Disney's is going against fucking Netflix because a lot of Netflix shows are being pulled. Like they're losing like a bunch of like the DC
Well, I didn't-
CW shows.
I didn't even know that they're putting out a Jessica Jones.
Yes, season 3.
I
It's
thought
out
they
this summer.
completely were
Wait, who is?
Netflix.
Netflix.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be the
is
last
putting out-
one.
Yeah, it'll
Yeah.
be the last season.
I
but
didn't know that.
Yeah,
I was completely clueless.
Season 3
I mean,
drops
they're not promoting
this
it
summer
because
they actually have a release date. I
fuck?
believe.
because they don't give any fucks about Marvel anymore now that
No.
Disney snatched them all back and shit.
Whoa. So to even to thicken the plot, apparently, I don't know if y'all saw, I didn't know that Disney had a stake in Hulu.
Oh yeah.
Now Disney has full control of Hulu.
Yeah.
So now they're gonna have 2 streaming services. Unless they sell Hulu to somebody, they're gonna have Disney Plus and Hulu for the.
Merge them into each other, but then
That
too many different studios already that's under Hulu.
I mean,
There's a lot.
There's
Hulu's got
Yeah.
a ton of content.
They do, and then if they merge into Disney Plus, I mean, shit. Or they offer, or if Hulu subscribers get like a discount or some shit to Disney Plus, you never
like
know.
a Amazon Plus package.
They probably already
never know.
filmed Jessica Jones.
Oh, yeah, no, it is
before-
filmed.
But before all of the drama.
So there's a mini trailer
became
actually.
official.
There's actually a mini trailer saying season 3 is coming and it's supposed to have some surprising end or some shit like
So we
that.
actually
There's
got
no
a.
official release date for season 3.
Okay.
It's coming out though, but there's no
Yeah.
official release date.
I think it was today they dropped the trailer for Black Mirror season 5.
Yes,
Yeah.
and it has all like Miley Cyrus is in it.
Yeah, they got
And,
Miley
Falcon.
Cyrus and Falcons in there, and
Can't wait.
a few other people.
Topher Grace is in it.
Well,
Like,
I saw somewhere they were saying that they're teasing that this season they're going to have an episode that's going to be Marvel versus DC.
Yeah, I saw that
based,
too.
but-
I think it's gonna be, if you've ever seen movie 43, it'll probably be like a little like people dressing up as the heroes.
Maybe because
And-
I know there was like a fighting scene that looks like something straight out of Street Fighter though, which looks pretty fucking dope. Like it's gonna be like some virtual world or some shit where you
Could be.
fight.
It's like them going into the Oasis.
Yeah, basically.
And we are
could.
getting season 4 of Rick and Morty
Oh shit!
Oh yeah,
that's right.
drops November.
this year.
Yeah, there's actually a mini trailer of them presenting it to everybody. It's kind of funny. But yeah, November 2019 will be season 4 of Rick and Morty.
Do we have any Be the Beast?
I didn't look.
I had one, but it's dumb.
All right.
Well, there was a
I
question.
put one in like maybe like 2 weeks ago, but I can't remember.
Well, I
how
saw
worded
something
it.
posted online. It said something like, "Is a cinnamon roll is it a donut
It's a pastry.
or is it
No.
yeah
Donut or what?
a donut? It was like it was a donut or a
Or a croissant or some shit?
no.
I
It
don't
was,
see any of those up here, so it's fine.
All right.
I can't remember what it
Because it's
was.
definitely not a donut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitz, what you got popping this week?
Well, it's raining, which is pretty odd for May, so I don't really have anything planned.
I don't know why people say that. It's spring. It rains in spring.
Usually not in May. Mid-May?
Yeah, this is rain. Not as hard as it was a few seconds ago. God damn.
Yeah, this is pretty rare.
Yeah, so I don't even really know. I'm just gonna probably get back a little bit on the Division. I did some of the DLC for Spider-Man. I already beat the game and stuff like that, but I didn't finish up all of the DLC.
You got that platinum?
Yeah, I got platinum it, but they have like the screwball challenges, which are annoying. So I did a little bit of catching up on that, and just sort of just chilling, relaxing, watching a lot of sports, and that's really all I can think of right now. I kind of want to watch some more of the playoff hockey games and shit.
Sharks. Doing well. Old Ninja, what you got?
So tomorrow, I'm probably going to go someplace fancy for a birthday lunch.
Oh, yeah, happy birthday. It was yesterday.
It was yesterday. Thank you so much, Blue. The DLC for the first free raid for the Division drops tomorrow. So I will try to Twitch out as much as if I can the first part of the raid.
This is free DLC?
Yeah, it's free. It'll be free for everyone that's bought the game. It's time released. I think it drops, in 10 a.m. Pacific time, something like that. Or it could be in the afternoon. I'm trying to get my character ready. I'm pretty close to there.
How many people you need for the raid?
It's an 8-person raid.
God damn.
So we have a squad already ready to go. I'm going to try to Twitch it out. So check out our Twitch channel sometime tomorrow when it drops. John Wick is out this week, so there's a possibility I might see it tomorrow night as well.
I might do that.
I'm not quite sure about that yet. I'm going to be watching definitely some Warriors playoffs and the Sharks playoffs, and I think that's kind of about it.
Blue, what you got?
Let's see. So John Wick's coming out this weekend, so I'm definitely going to check that out because, like Stitch said, it's the best trilogy of all time. I'm actually doing a photo shoot this Saturday. I'm doing another high school reunion.
In the rain?
Well, it's gonna be indoors. But it's funny because I had to sign a contract because I'm working with another company, and in the contract it says that I'm not allowed to eat because it's gonna be buffet style, and apparently I'm not allowed to eat the food there.
God damn, that's
strict. I guess they'll charge me like $100 or something if I ate the food. But like last year when I did do one, they offered it to me. They're like, hey, you want to eat? Like, go ahead and help yourself, whatever. I'm like, fuck yeah, I am. But I guess they kind of added that to the contract. So
you ate too much.
Well, I only ate like one plate, and it was like already like towards the end of the party and stuff like that. And it wasn't the students that offered it to me. It was like the hotel or the restaurant staff that offered it to me.
They gave you an inch and you took a mile.
No, I had a plate and that was it. It was fucking good as food. But this is like in Shoreline over by this really nice restaurant by Shoreline. Okay. But yeah, so I'm doing that. I'm catching up on my anime, so like Cronus had suggested Demon Slayer, which I caught up on. Yeah. It was really good. I'm catching up on My Hero Academia now, getting ready for the fucking Fanime next week.
Yep, which is Friday.
Yeah, which I'm looking forward to that.
May 24th.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna start watching that Hero Shield
Rising of the Shield Hero?
Yeah.
Rising of the Shield Hero. It's really good.
I have it in my queue. I just gotta watch it. Yeah. But then also Agents of Shield came back. And I watched that. And then Flash ended like yesterday, which
Flash ended, Arrow ended, and then Legends might have ended.
Yeah, Supergirl I think ended.
Supergirl ended.
Yeah, so CW shows they've been pretty good this season, which I'm enjoying. But yeah, that's about it. Oh, I think we got a Batman Hush trailer. We didn't talk about it. I already got my fucking money.
Damn.
I already got in line for the tickets and everything. They ain't even coming to theaters.
Animated or?
Yes,
it's animated. Yeah.
I'm hoping that this will be better than Under the Red Hood, because so far that's my favorite of the animated Batman movies.
What, did you watch the Justice League versus the Fatal 5?
Yes, I did, and that was okay. It wasn't like, I don't know, this isn't, because it kind of was a nod back to Justice League Unlimited, but it wasn't like, I don't know, the storyline wasn't too interesting, to be honest.
Cronus, what you got?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Fanime next week, as always. We haven't done a panel for a long time, and I think this is maybe our first con of the year?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Jesus.
I haven't.
What the fuck?
Has anybody gone to one earlier? Nope. I don't think so.
That's insane. Like, this is, we've been kind of falling off lately, but the panel will be a lot of fun, and from the responses I've gotten so far, it should be one of the biggest panels that we ever had, or probably the biggest panel we ever had, kind of by far. If early things, we have another campaign going out that's going to start next week, I think on Monday. So we're actually promoting this time, so it should be pretty good. Other than that, not much going on. Yeah, that's it.
Good shit. I'm obviously watching some playoff games and getting ready for this Fanime panel next week, May 24th, 8 p.m. Panel room number 3.
What are we talking about?
Anime villain appreciation. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be great.
You got a good list going too.
You want to plug, perhaps?
I think you just did.
I just did.
Yeah, but time, room.
I literally just did.
Okay.
8 p.m. Panel room 3, May 24th, Friday night.
Did you see my suggestion? Where when people come over and ask questions, they have to give like their superpower and what they would do as a villain.
Yep, all in there.
Sure.
Take us out.
All right. You just experienced the Nank's podcast on the internet. Black and Black times infinity. We are at BThanBTI. It's BThanBTI on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We're Black and Black times infinity. Stitcher, Player FM, Stitcher, Apple Podcasts. Go on there, rate us, leave a comment, and then Amazon. We have an app on there. Go on there, download it. Check out our official website, benhead.com. Benhead Productions for I'm fucking this all up. benheadproductions.com/BThanBTI. There you go. And then on Twitch. We're on Twitch. Also twitch.tv/BThanBTI. Check it out.
Good shit.
Don't be dishonorable. Be true to your word.